soon. Welcome to another Meltdown, brought to you by WNF Productions. Sitting in here with a great set of guys, doing what we do, bringing you great entertainment every Monday night. Sitting here with me, I got a proud member of the Immortals, a board of director here at WNF, a great commentator and a good friend. Nerv, how you doing?
Doing great. Definitely doing very good. Excited to see this night play out. We have some good matches.
Alrighty. And then my other friend that I got here, a good friend of mine for almost, it's going on 2 years. Part of the WNF staff. He's an administrator with us. Caller and would it be fair to say almost a board member in DP? But anyway, way, it's Leech.
How's it going, everyone? Happy to be here. Looking forward to the fights tonight. We got Poppers versus 36 Panzer, 12 Panzer combo. Looking forward to the metal on metal action. Happy to be here, Hells. Let's get it on!
Alrighty, so we're going to be getting everything going here. Looks like everybody's getting set. Let me get everything. There we go. So it looks like, both these teams came into an agreement and they decided to pick a map that I didn't suggest, but apparently they wanted to do it. So here it is, and in all of its glory, it's going to be Pilsen. So looks like teams are all set up here. Give me 2 seconds here to get your video up and going.
It sounds like, based on the chat, that both of these teams have prepared and created strats. So this isn't something that's just been thrown at them. They both agreed on this map, and they both have strategies and ideas, tanks, metas, whatever you want to call it. So I'm interested to see how it plays out with some preparation put into a new map. Interesting to see who can come out on top.
Okay. Well, they're going to start picking here. Maybe just 1 second.
They wanted me to open it, but I do not think anyone joined, so gonna roll it. Running some 761. Let's see, 36 Panzers taking the Emil 2 right off the bat. Gonna try and put that hole down somewhere, I'd assume.
All right, guys, give me just 1 second here. Video crashed, but we have audio, but we don't have video, so always something on a Monday. Always. You gotta love getting that. Please, 1 moment, please, screen, huh, Nerf?
Yeah, I've been getting that a lot lately. I'm not sure. I was actually going to call Elgato after tonight's matches.
There we go. It's back up and going. All right, there's your screen.
The Elgato support is actually very helpful. They're really nice people.
All right, so we're all set to go on the video portion now. It's rocking and rolling. Always got to have fun. You know, something's always got to go wrong. I mean, you can't be perfect all the time. Just like the famous running, no power during the Super Bowl. You guys remember that? In San Fran, when they was it San Fran? Yeah, San Fran or New Orleans, where they lost power during the Super Bowl.
I don't actually remember that.
I don't watch a lot of football. Being from the north of the wall, I tend to watch a lot of hockey. a little bit of baseball. But up here, we don't. I mean, there's lots of fans of NFL. Don't get me wrong. I know who you're talking about. I just didn't watch the game. Or maybe I had one too many wobbly pops, and that's why I don't remember.
So they're going to run 761 here. Yet again, it is on Pilsen. This is the both teams' choice. And hope you enjoy watching it. Because, well, it's always fun.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, we've got TLP. A lot of these guys I do recognize. We got Weasel, longtime member of TLP. Smokey Joe, longtime member of TLP. Trinidad, longtime member of TLP. Mark Jackson, I know he's one of the leaders of that organization. He kind of put their World of Tanks team on the map.
Yes, they did.
Not a lot of info on the 36 Panzer, 12 Panzer combo. I know TKA Ninja is their caller, so let's expect to see some creative plays from him. And then with the Poppers side, TLP, we've got Touchy B. He's going to call. So hopefully he can work his magic tonight and get them in the win column. Rooting for both teams here. Really excited to see this play out. 761, metal on metal action, Monday night.
Yes.
Let's get it on.
Exactly.
Looks like 36 Panzer is completely set up for all hold down action. Oh, as I say that, they pull out a T10.
Alrighty. So while everybody's picking their tanks here, I'm going to go ahead and... So it's tonight, the early match. Poppers versus 36 Panzers, as you see, at 8 p.m. I for an I2 versus SOA. SOA's been gone for almost like 3 months. Hide nor hair, and then they're making their re-debut. 9 p.m. you have NB versus SBA. That's going to be a good match. And then at 10 p.m. you have BK, which they haven't been on in quite a while either, versus Off. Off, very tried and true, very good group of guys, very laid back, but they're good at what they do. All right, guys, we're going to get this ready to rock and roll. Nerve, you want to go ahead and run down 36 Panzer, and Leech, do you want to roll down the Poppers?
Over here on 36 Panzer, we've got a T30, an M41 Bulldog, T10, a MIL2, and 3 Conquerors.
And on the Poppers side, TLP, we've got an LTTB, 2 E50s, 2 T10s, and a pair of Conquerors.
You know, I'm really interested to see what the Emil 2 does bring to the table. This would be the second time I've seen it. First time was just going to be, you know, kind of a wash, but this time around we're actually going to see this Emil in action.
Does either team on this map have an advantage on that flag area?
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Not really. It's very much so.
I mean,
in the open, lots of doorways in there.
I mean, that's a T10 like playground in that center building as it looks. I mean, it could side scrape and reverse side scrape quite a bit. Shots going into Vapors. That had to be Weasel. Yep. Weasel getting spotted, getting out of there. It's kind of odd. 12 Panzer's Bulldog hanging way, way, way in the back. Not out there getting the spots. It looks like TK and Vapors are the one that are actually doing all the spotting for both of the for their team. That was a nice triple tap on the on Touchy B. What'd you think of that there, Nerf?
Sorry, I was a little bit busy yelling at my dog for barking nonstop.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Touchy gets a nice triple tap. Weasel just gets slapped there. Performing B, slightly Orc, and TK definitely have the shooting lanes pinned down there. Honestly, at this point, I would think that the Poppers should rotate out. I mean, they can kind of fall back, rotate out like what Weasel's doing, and get in reposition. What don't you guys think?
I think a couple of their tanks are a little bit stuck.
They were like stuck?
Like they cannot get out of that spot. They'll have them trapped behind that building no matter what.
Ooh, Much Train taking a big hit there from Touchy B. Touchy B, very, very good. He's done quite a bit of damage coming across there. Looks like they're getting shots down this main shooting lane.
Nice shot there from Vapors.
All the action localized. Weasel's actually getting into a really good positioning with that LTTB. Last time I saw him roll that, he had like 1,700 damage in his LTTB, and I know that is his favorite light tank. Ooh, some good bounces coming out of there.
Poppers really need to make a move here before these two, Touchy B and DJ, get removed from the game. They need to make a move. Maybe, go right in on Vapors. Looks like that's what they're starting to do. Touchy B is about to go down here any moment. Butane and Mark need to move up. They need to push the action right now.
Those pair of E50s trying to do their best against all those hold down Conquerors. Ooh, Bulldog going down. Burmese Killer did get a round off, but I didn't see anybody really pay for it. Smoky Joe falling back, and Butane is just getting absolutely ripped from two fronts. From Vapors, and now from C-Rex. Smoky needs to put a little pressure somewhere, but they're getting cross-shotted so bad. It was too little too late on that push that Smoky just did on Vapors. Emil coming in to dump its clip.
The push on that flag, the push by the Poppers needed to happen much sooner. I like what their initial thought was, putting a guy on the flag and then putting people on different doorways to cut off shots onto the guy capping. But it was just so late. They'd already lost too many hit points and a couple tanks. There was really no saving that game there.
All right, let's go through the little highlights of the damage here. Mark Jackson over on the Popper side, 1847. Actually, Leech, you want to go through these damages, the highlight of these damages?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I'll start on the Popper side. I'll start from you left off. Yeah, Mark Jackson putting up 1847. Not a lot of high damage. Based on what I saw at the 245, 250 mark, TLPs, E50s went down. Those are two crucial tanks. Those very important tanks at 754, or pardon me, 761. I would have liked to see TLP capitalize on the haul down play of 36 Panzer, 12 Panzer. They could have flanked around, I think, with the 50s. I would have liked to see them flank more instead of being sort of a frontline push. You got Smoky Joe with 1459, Trinidad 1307. And I mean, those are great numbers in the sense that like, they're doing their part, but with the DJ and the Z58 with 367 and Conquerors that should be putting up far more damage, Mark and Butane, the damage spread's just not there. Now on the other side, you've got 36 Panzer and 12th Panzer Ninja and Rex putting up quality numbers, 2,700 from Rex and 2476 from Ninja. A whopping 38-35 from Vapor in the T10. That's what you want.
Yeah.
That's what you want now. But on the other hand, you want that spread out. You don't want that all just landing on one guy. You want your team to, have an even spread. Not everyone's going to have the same. There's just not that much damage out there to give. But yeah, the T30 not really effective. Maybe a scary element, but usually the T30 can bang out a little higher. Still, like I said, TLP, they looked good in the beginning. It was fairly even at that 245 mark. And then losing those two E50s, I think that was the deal breaker, to be honest.
Yeah, they got up there.
They looked good.
Yeah, those E50s got up there, and then that was it. They were stuck. The shooting lane, the lane behind them, closed, and they could not escape out of there. All right.
Yeah, you want your E50s to flank as much as they can, and it seemed like they were sort of at the spear, the tip of the spear in a sense, where I would have liked to see them off to the side, but we'll see how they pan out. If they try the same tanks again, let's see if they've got a different strategy from the opposite side of the map.
Now, here's the question that I would like to: would you, because Pilsen, it's not that big, okay? So, yes, the light tank is awesome to have, but yet again, the view range that say you run out of 2.8s, say out of an IS-3 or hell, even a T-32, with running the high pen 90. Would you still keep with the light tank or possibly bring in 2.8s?
No, I think you're onto something there. I would like to see a couple tier 8s in the mix from both teams. I do agree. There's not a lot of need for view range on this map based on where the two teams were fighting last round. I think the mobility and the alpha of the IS-3 would be useful, but then yet again you've got lots of terrain for haul down tanks where you could bring in a couple T-32s with that high DPM. I think it's kind of a waste to throw the light tanks out there. Mind you, both teams are using them, so it's an equal playing field. But I think this is a map where you could incorporate the two tier 8s.
Yep. And as said before here, both teams picked this map against some judgment. So they said they had their strats and everything built for this map. So I guess hats off to them, willing to take this task.
Yeah, let them have at it.
Yeah, let them have a little fun. Now, I always wondered, would that T-30, if you run the 90 on the T-32, that 90 should be able to rip apart like a T10 in a proper scenario. As long as they're running.
Yeah, I mean, the 90 is, yeah.
Go ahead.
The 90 is very effective. With APCR, it'll pen any single one of those tanks out there as long as you know where to aim your sights. I like using the T-32, and I like using the IS-3. Like I said earlier, I do think this map, you could do some really great things with those two tanks.
So Nerve here, looks like 36 pens is not going to fall for to get stuck in that shooting lane over in the ABC line where poppers are pretty much committed yet again. Now, TK taking a big hit. Who landed that? Trinidad.
I almost wonder if having this this Western spawn wouldn't actually it may actually benefit from an artillery.
That's what I was thinking. I mean, if you have your
Having the hold down advantage on the east side seems very major to me. When you're, maybe in a pub, it's not as significant, but it is actually still a little bit annoying. In a competitive match, it's massive, especially because you have a hold down area right in front of a massive doorway that looks into pretty much the entire flag area.
Now, which tier is that S51 Russian Artie? That one that leads off to KV2. That's a tier
7, I think.
That's Weasel getting double tapped. He's limping.
Yes, that was painful.
He got his engine broke and then immediately fixed it. So, kiss that repair kit goodbye. But could you honestly make that your 7 here? I mean, your Conquerors, they do have a good, decent field range. Like right here on Mark Jackson and Butane, having that S51, I mean, it's reasonably accurate and it hits like a mule. So I know this is crazy talk with us being on Pilsen and also bringing up Artie.
Well, I don't, this is my first time even seeing it, of course, but it's just something to think about. I don't think after kind of seeing this though, I don't really think that this map is the most viable competitive map.
Well, yeah,
You have
I mean,
one side has complete open entrance into a flag area. The other team has to go around the sides to even get in there. The team that has the entrance into the flag area can be completely hauled down. I would have to say that if I was gonna play, if I had to play on this map and I had the East, I would be considering artillery. Artillery and a couple hold down tanks and some side scraping tanks, and that's probably how I'd play it. And I just try and bleed the other team for a while. We have a nice little fight here.
Yeah, they're not...
in the south. DJ gets hit a couple times there for some big damage. I like what Reforming's doing here, going around for the flank with that Emil too. He's unspotted too, so they are not going to see this coming.
All right, there's one. Ooh, bounce. Someone RBRT'd. One more round to come out of him. He should have 2 rounds left. Nope, there it is.
All right, there it is. I think that was his last one. He's in reload.
Yep,
He fired for him. All right, so
maybe the Poppers being too overly aggressive here. Maybe a downfall.
They split up a lot, and which wasn't a big deal at first.
Ooh,
but they did not react. They did not react as well as 36 Panzer did. The rotation from 36 Panzer was much more on point there. And now you have Poppers are in the open, which is probably not going to favor them.
Trinidad putting in a good round.
Although Vapors takes big shots.
Reforming B's coming in with that Emil again. Here he goes. Oh, tracking shot. That's not what you want, especially. There you go. And now you have the Conk. Put the remaining 2 rounds into him. Low roll, 364. Oh, even lower, 346. B's going to be on a reload. Trinidad must be doing something right, because all I keep seeing is track shots. Let's get up a close personal. What is he side scraping? Is he?
He's pretty much just got an angle in front of that post. I think it's a little bit of luck there too. There's a good chance that maybe originally there was being heat fired into those tracks.
Yeah. Alrighty then, guys. I'm gonna hand it back over to Leech here. Let him go through this damage, the damages.
Yeah, we'll start with 36 12 Panzer here. Vapor, in that T10, 2 kills, 32-15 damage. A little more spread out this time. I like what I see from Ninja and his Conqueror, 29-40. The Emil 2 kills, 2,500, looking pretty good. Yeah, 36 Panzer and 12 Panzer, they seemed like they had a little more preparation for this map. It seems like their strategies worked. Their meta was good. Like some of the things that were mentioned earlier, I think one side of this map is stronger than the other. Not really sure if this is going to be something that's going to be seen later down the road in any competitive format, tournament league, what have you. With TLP, now we've got some guys putting up, 23, 20, 200 damage from Torchy and Trinidad. Smokey Joe coming in with a 443 damage from that T10. You got to be putting out more damage from that tank. The Conquerors, yeah, they're doing okay, but the positioning that I saw, just past the halfway mark, it was tilted in the direction of 36 Panzer, 12 Panzer. I feel like the Conquerors were overreaching. The E75, sure. I mean, not a lot of speed there, but then again, the positions that they were in, I don't really know if they were using the side scrape and that alpha that Cannon can put out. I mean, overall, it was fun to watch. It's a cool looking map, but you can definitely tell that 36 Panzer, 12 Panzer were more prepared. Good on both of these teams for giving it a shot. But like I said, there are maps out there, guys, that are far more balanced. I mean, and unfortunately, there's not one perfect map in this game. People say Ghost Town's the closest you'll get. But when you really break it down, that map isn't 100% balanced. It's not 100% symmetrical. And a lot of these maps with the new concept of, taking it away from standard, where each team has their own flag to fight and defend for. Now we're fighting over one target, one flag. The spawns and the flag position with accompanied with the terrain. Some of the maps that the WCL boys sorted out for their league, WCL 2, I believe the last one was. Some of those maps were as good as it gets, in my opinion, based on the spawn positions in the flag. This one, I'm not really convinced. But, I mean, it was fun to watch, and it's a cool-looking map, and we'll see what's coming up next. What's our next map pick, Nerf?
We're currently going into Airfield.
Airfield, this is a new map in terms of the WCT, WCL history. With the flag position, each team sort of has an equal playing field. The battles usually take place during and down the airfield or the landing strip. You've got some movement and play coming down the mid, along the coastline. But for the most part, it's an equal playing field for both teams. I know a lot of the teams that I play against, scrimmages and within leagues, we practice these maps quite a bit. You got Airfield, Insk, Himmelsdorf, Proc. The list goes on. Some of these maps are more balanced than the next. The Airfield's one of them. I enjoyed playing on Airfield. I know a lot of teams practice this. So I would be prepared to see more of a balanced match here. I'd like to see TLP take one. I think they can pull out a win for sure. We played against them on Sunday, and they played very well. Different format, of course, but both teams very exciting, and I know I'm having a good time watching this. How about you guys?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm having such a great time. I feel generous. Let's do a code.
Code time!
Yep. Here we go. So yet again, if you want your name, put it into the random name generator and get your chance to win a code. #WNF. So there you go. First code of the night. #WNF. Like to see all the everybody that is coming out. Thank you for coming out. It's been a great evening so far. Got some great people in here with me. So here we go. Nerve, do you want to go ahead and run down 36 pans when it loads up, and I'll go down the poppers?
Sounds like a plan.
I'm addicted
All
to
right,
this. new stuff.
36 Panther. 36 Panzer is rolling out with an M41 Bulldog, 1 E50, 1 T10, 1 Amil 2, and 3 Conquerors.
Alrighty. Pretty good lineup over there. Glad to see that Emil come out again. Over on the popper side over here, we got 1 LTTB, pair of T10s, pair of E75s, and a pair of the Conks. Trinidad taking a risky move here. He spawned low. If Much Train, somebody's got some good eyes, because he spotted and none of... Oh my god, did you just see that?
Was that fall damage?
Yes.
He just took fall damage?
He went up.
I think he may have packed a little bit too much there. I don't think anyone actually had good shots on him. Now this gives Weasel control of that hill.
Yes, it does. So,
Now he doesn't really have anyone to help him out there, but he may get a few shots in here. I'd like to see him try and put some shots in on these Conquerors. You know, he actually could easily put in 1,000 damage here if he does it right. Oh, but he gets spotted. Now he's now on the move. This does actually slow down 36 Panzer's push towards the middle. This should allow the Poppers to get a slightly better position. Plus, those Conquerors aren't exactly quick to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, and it essentially with the T10s, where Trinidad is right now, they're kind of useless. It exposes that lower plate. Oh man, Touchy Bean, yeah, they're getting paid for it. That Emil, just look at the bounces going off that turret. Forming B, oh, big shot at the big. Okay, here comes the rotate. Full throttle. Smokey Joe going to take the first
Smokey
hit.
Joe needs... Yeah, he needs to be careful here. All right, nice shot there.
No, yep. Fall back, bait him in, because your conks haven't been spotted yet. There you go. Now everybody's spotted, but yet again, they need to get that Bulldog up and out of here. Weasel, really out there in the distance, needs to get that little cannon in the fight. Or even just to be an annoyance, to make them turn their turrets. Ammo rack into C-Rex. I'm actually seeing some pretty good trades though there, guys. There a person rolling out, you know, from the poppers, you know, they get hit, but it's in the tracks. But they're doing decent alpha onto the 36 pans, so it's not like they're just peekabooming. Oh, right there he gets pegged though. Oh, Touchy B going down. They both know that there goes Butane going down. Or we possibly may see a push. Nah, the 12 and 36 pans on a little bit on the lower end of everything. Nerve, do you like the positioning where Weasel's going to be at? I mean, do you think he's going to be affected there?
I don't think he needed to push up like he did. Not quite this far. He actually could have just stayed back and put some shots in from further behind, where they would have been less inclined to try and kill him. But it looks like Ninja's going to take him out right here. That was a little bit reckless, and the rest of his team didn't really react with it. So I don't think it was completely... It didn't feel as planned as maybe Weasel thought it was.
Yeah.
And now 36 Panzer is going to push in Smokey Joe's on a one shot. So, although Overperforming B misses that shot.
This is where the fire rate of the E75 kind of hurts it. I mean, if it just had a possibly
Yeah.
a 2 seconds shaved off that reload, it would definitely be a very viable option to pick. But I mean, they do have an incredible pin and alpha damage. All right, we're gonna hand it back over to Leech. Leech, how's it looking?
TLP is not looking good right now. Better damage spread. You guys mentioned this a second ago. The E75, man, I'd rather see something else on this map. E75s are great for pubs and they're fantastic on city maps, but the terrain and the DPM is just not working in their favor. We've got the two Conquerors putting up in and around 1,600 damage. Both E75s in and around 1,500 damage for TLP. Weasel putting up 1,000. GG Weasel in his LTTB. The two T10s. Trinidad putting up 1,300. Smokey's coming in with another 465 damage. Those two tanks, they got to be putting up a little more damage. Now on the other side with 36 Panzer, 12 Panzer. Yeah, a couple guys. The Bulldog, I mean, he was doing his job out there. The one Conqueror throwing up some donuts from Slightly Orc? Rex, 1,700 damage, couple kills. I like that. Ninja, 1,800 damage with 3 kills. I like that. The E50, putting up E50 numbers, 2389. I like that. Reforming B and in the MILF 2, 3918. I mean, wow. A company with a kill, very nice. Vapor in the T10 putting up 2,000 damage.
What was the
36
damage
Panzer, 12
blocked on
Panzer's
the
looking
ML?
really good. On
What was the
damage
damage
blocked on
blocked
the
on that?
mill. He blocked 490.
Is that
Not
just
a lot
one shot?
blocked.
Okay.
I would imagine that's probably one shot from. It might be shot from a light tank or two as well, but I think that's just one hit.
Yeah, I think that may have been one of
Yeah.
those
Well,
E75s.
he received 5. Hits received were 5, 1 penetration. So yeah.
Oh, and he only
Yeah,
blocked 400?
490 he blocked. Damage block 490.
Interesting.
All right, guys.
So maybe some track shots that were thrown in there.
That has to be. That's got to be what it was.
at the time,
But I mean, like I was just trying to say there, 36 Panther, 12 Panther, they're looking pretty strong right now. TLP, these guys, sure, they're not the greatest in the world, but who is? We all know. They're looking a little shaky, but I mean, there's still a couple more opportunities here, or at least one more opportunity for these
well,
guys.
this is also their first fight against a silver division team.
I was gonna say this is definitely they stepped up against a much more experienced team here. So props to the Poppers. For
Poppers.
giving
No,
them a
those
shot.
guys got such great attitudes. I mean, they'll keep coming and coming and coming, and that group of guys, hats off to them. I can't speak enough about them. That they're just such a great group of guys. And got a bunch of Canadian boys on that team. I'm proud to say. I know and have met Weasel. I mean, we live a stone's throw away from each other. He's a great guy. So I like the energy and I like the participation and I like these guys coming out and giving us a good show. I mean, it's fun and exciting, and hats off to them for sure.
All right, so the winner of the code goes out to D2AC Magic. Congratulations, sir. Your code is inbound. Now it's all of a sudden we're right back on schedule.
Yeah, that worked out nicely. Next, we have Eye for an Eye's second team versus SOA. Is
My
iPhone
apologies, guys. I thought these
2
guys were gonna play
ranked?
one more part of the
Yeah,
spawn.
me
My
too.
bad. I
Yeah,
guess
me
that's
too.
it.
I
I
was
guess
like,
that's it.
oh. I was like,
Well,
oh
GG's
man.
both teams. GG's both teams. My apologies, guys. Thanks for coming out. It was exciting, fun to watch. I spoke too soon.
And it's just a quick reminder, everybody. Um, when you do get these codes, you have to go to the website. It's not for the Xbox. You have to go to the website and redeem them there. And you cannot do it on your phone or any mobile device or tablet. You have to be on a PC. There's something in the coding. They're working on it, but as of right now, you have to be on a PC. Alrighty. Let me get rid of the. And so here on Wednesday Night Fights, what's going to be happening is when now that we're having multiple streamers go across here, down in the, you see down there in the bottom left-hand corner, I got my little Hellcat symbol. When you see, your keyboard is so loud. It's awesome. I love it. I love it. So down there in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you'll see everybody's individual logos. Nerve has got the whole full setup now. So Nerve's really badass bear will be in the corner down there on the left. And then, of course, that rascally devil of Beaver, he'll have his either the face that runs the place logo or his Death Beaver down there. And that's how you're going to decipher between, well, who's going to be who. So, SOA, man, I haven't seen these guys in forever. It's going to be great to see them back. Mm-hmm.
Both these teams are currently unranked. Am I right?
Yes, both are right now. Yes.
Who do I give first map pick to?
Well, at this point in time, you're literally going to do it with the coin flip. You're going to see all these different icon screens because never had to have I4 and I2 up there before. So still running a little early here. So stick around. More Great Tank in action coming with you. Got Leech and Nerve up in here. Can't wait to see what else is going to happen. It's been an eventful evening already. It's going to be.
I'm going to leave the map pick option up to the first person that responds in the Discord chat. Oh, we got an eye for an eye 2 lover in there. Eye for an eye 2 will get first map pick.
Yo, are you like beating up your keyboard? It's not gonna last a night. You just bought that, didn't you?
It's the loudest keyboard I've ever owned. All right.
It's not gonna last. Does it not sound like he's beating the crap out of it, folks? It sounds like that's what he's
It's
doing.
like it's a mechanical keyboard. It's I guess supposed to be this loud. I didn't realize
No,
when
it's
I bought
a
it. I
bruised,
never owned one
sore
before.
keyboard. That's hurting right now. I bet
It's
you it's
not
all in
bruised.
pieces.
It likes it.
Yeah. Crazy part is that thing is like absolutely those red tops.
I'll be right
man.
back. Give me a couple minutes, guys. I'll be right back.
All right. All right. Eye for an eye wants Himmelsdorf. Normal Himmelsdorf is the one with the flag on the tracks. Am I right?
Yes.
All right. All right. So looks like Eye for an Eye 2 has enough players. Looks like SOA has enough players. SOA wants the northern spawn here. Let me double check that. I believe it's the right side. No, wait. Can you just confirm that for me, Hills?
going
Right
on,
side
sir?
is north? Right side's northern spawn on this, am I correct?
Double checking right now. On it. Let's see here. Hummel's encounter. Really? The list I have. Really? Standard. All right. Left is north, right is south.
Okay. Alright. So I need to flip these. Alright.
Sorry. Paying out some codes. Gotta pay the bills. You know what I mean?
Give them those codes.
Yep.
Are
giving
these
away
for
those
everybody codes, or are these for subscriber codes?
Oh, let's do a subscriber code. Why not? Just remember here, if you are a Amazon Prime member, you can get Twitch Prime for free, and with that subscription, you're able to give a subscription to one of your channels. Here's the trick of the deal: is you do have to renew it once a month, but it's one of those. All the money goes right back into the support of the community, and helps out with upgrades on everything. I think the next upgrade is actually Beaver getting Windows 10. So
That's right. He still needs Windows 10. I forgot that I was gonna get that. I think I had an extra copy.
yeah, he's. Yeah, it's one of those. He has everything. It's perfect, but his computer is, well within the range. You know what? I don't have all the stuff going on. Ever since the charity stream, I had to shut down all the followers and all the new subscribers. We used to have the cannon go off and a little image test. I'm gonna have to get that put back together and put together for you guys. So, speaking of Fatherland, they're going to be having a huge sale on all the Soviet premiums and also all the Chinese. Well, I know the Legion 59 and the 112. So, and I've heard that they fixed the 112's gun handling, and it's almost on par with running that IS-3. So I will be right back here. I'm going to leave the control of the stream over to my faithful friends and fellow tankers of Nerve and Leech. Leech, you still around?
Yeah, I'm here.
Leech,
I'm back.
Oh, he is back. There you go.
Oh yeah. See if I get a bit of info on these teams.
Both teams are unranked. I think both teams have played maybe only a couple times on our stream, and it's been a while for SOA.
Okay. I for an I2. This is their new team.
Yes, this is they put together a second team. I'm not entirely sure. I know the contact with I for an I2 is Creamy's puppet, but I'm not sure if he's the caller.
Let's find out. If you want to have a look there, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that.
That's
Out
Burned
guy.
Out
Is it
Guy.
Burned Out guy is the caller for I for an I2. Some of these gamer
I love the
tags
name.
are awesome. The World of Tanks community has some pretty creative and funny gamer tags, that's for sure.
Put the Burned Out Guy in charge.
Put the burned out guy in charge. Yeah. Hey, that works for DP sometimes.
Man, that's cool. I'll do it.
And Lost Chaos for SOA is their caller. So BB Lost Chaos.
There it is. BB
Burned
Lost
Out Guy.
Chaos. So these teams have elected to pick 2 at a time.
Okay. Gonna swap back and forth to eliminate the
Yep.
counter pick.
It's like Y for an I2 is going to have to pick another tier 8 here. I do have to say that the Fatherland is not one of my favorite picks. I really would just rather see an IS-3.
Might be the case of not having the IS-3. you know, if you're gonna run 760 or 761 or 754, that's a very, very important tank. It's
Yes.
probably just a case of not having it. It's an okay substitution. It'll work, but the IS-3 is, in my opinion, a superior tank.
Oh yeah. Now, okay, and Ifronite takes the tier 8 Swedish tank destroyer.
Cool looking tank. It's a cool looking tank. We'll see how it works in comp.
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't have to face off against the T-30.
That's right.
I'll start it and then I'll start it up and then you can run down that Eye for an Eye lineup. Hopefully Hellscat's back in time. Otherwise,
All right.
it may not be
Nope.
good for the stream. Oh, there he
No,
is.
I am.
There we go.
There we go.
Perfect
There we go.
timing.
Perfect.
I was
Sorry.
almost gonna have to type really loud to try and get your attention. I think the problem with this keyboard is the keys are elevated like over, I don't know, they're like a quarter of an inch up from the keyboard. I just
I
have to
don't
type
believe that. I'm
gently.
convinced that they're flat
I will take
now. They're
pictures.
flattened.
So this
All
is
right,
the
so I'll run
first-
down the SOA lineup. We got a T30, a Lycan, an E50, an AMX30, a couple of T10s, and a Type 4 Heavy.
Over here on Ifronite 2, we have the, do I call it the Udes?
It's
The
Udes.
Udes?
It's Udes.
The
Udes.
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 the Udes 03, the E50, the Fatherland, 2 STIs, and 2 Conquerors.
Definite firepower over on the I for an I2 side. Provoked and also Nilrak in that Lycan. So they're gonna be up in the snipe position. Hopefully these heavies, these slow heavies can get across, because typically if they get spotted up right here in front of the church is a prime sniping zone. If that Lycan is able to get up there and get a couple spots, but it looks like he's didn't go close enough to the cliff. So they will go unnoticed. Maybe Provoked may get slug here.
Yeah,
Ooh.
now it looks like he's going to be getting out of there.
Yep.
All
That
right.
E50 of I for an I2, Sinister, really aggressive, and he's paid for it. E50 is good, but man, you got to be real gentle with it. That armor is sometimes not forgiving.
So where is this Udes? All the way in the back. All right.
I mean, it hides really well.
Did it just land a shot right there on Phantom? I couldn't tell.
Looked like.
I think it did.
Let me swap camera angles here. So Provoked and the Lycan. There's another.
Yeah, again. No, maybe that wasn't him.
Sinister didn't land it. Yeah, he's hitting them. He just hit the T30 for 431. So now in this scenario, there, Nerve, what would you do with It's Provoked and also that Lycan? Would you wait? Would you hold just a little bit? I mean, the E50 versus a Fatherland, I mean, that's completely... E50 will win, but yet again, I mean...
At this point, it's kind of hard to say.
Whoa.
You know, the Lycan's great and all, but I don't think I'd want them to be side by side. I'll put it that way. I think them being side by side is actually kind of a mistake.
The Fatherland is like
I'd rather have that
ultra
Lycan
blue.
present a separate ankle.
look at the Fatherland. See if he's the
Ultra
same.
blue.
Like, yeah, he is completely different colored blue than the rest of his team. Ooh, liking in a bad spot. Liking in a bad spot. Nice
Yeah, that is
rolling
actually
shot.
pretty interesting. I'm not sure why that is. Guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe because he's a
The E50 does get out of there, but I don't know. I didn't get to see what the camo looked like on the Lycan, and it's a little bit too late. So I don't know if I like this move by Provoked. I wouldn't drive out into the into the middle road.
I mean, SOA is doing a decent job of bleeding these guys out. Oh, there's Creamy Puppet. You got Sinister and Chrome Neon Jesus. AMX 30 versus E50. I think the E50 would still win that scenario.
Nice shot there by Sinister on the Lost Chaos. Good awareness. Oh, I don't know. Provoked is now in the open. He has nowhere
Yep.
safe to go.
Yudes gets
and then he gets tracked. Yeah, and that will be the end of It's Provoked.
Yeah, he really shouldn't have
That
done
leaves. No, that was a bad idea. I'm not really sure what the game plan there was. He was in a safe position. Now you have two T10s, both very injured, going at the Fatherland. But if they go around that corner and the STIs are paying attention, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good.
Creamy's Puppet is really pushed up. Nice shot from Lost Chaos over to Sinister. That definitely helps out Chrome Neon.
Yeah, but he is all by himself.
Yeah, now he's in serious trouble. Nomanian.
Yeah.
Coming in with grabbing that one. So down to two tanks that are.
He's already got 2 kills.
Fatherland OP confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're certainly making it work, aren't they?
Yeah, he played it really well.
The Yudes taking out another one.
The tier 8s in this game doing work.
Neon Jesus putting a round into the Fatherland. I don't know where Slug Retention's aiming.
They're running out of time here.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to get to a point. The Fatherland and the STI will not be able to take him down in 16 seconds. There's no way. It's too much.
No, but are we going to replay this, or are we going to call that a win? I think we need to call that a win. Some of these draws have actually
Yep. That one's going to roll down too.
Really made. Yeah, it's.
All right, so we're going to bring back in a good
really
friend.
drug out the streams.
Yes, they have. We're going to bring back out Leech. What did you think of this gameplay? What did you think about the damage output?
Damage spread on I for an I2 looking pretty good. Their E50 25-29. The UDES 03 with 2 kills, 2,000 damage. That Fatherland 3 kills, 2,048 damage. Looking pretty good. Moving on to the other side, Chrome Neon Jesus, I believe. It's 3155. I mean, that AMX 30 was doing some work. The Type 4 hung in there to the very end, plus with 1 kill, 27-23. You know, I think I think SOA had an opportunity there when they moved in and distracted pretty much half of I for an I2's tanks, and they could have moved their forces down down the line, taking out the E50 that was over off of to the right of the tracks. But they kind of just sat back. The Lycan got wiped out, and yeah, like we mentioned, the E50, it's provoked. He got out of there, but I would have liked to see their forces from the back while that distraction was happening, whether it was intentional or not, push forward and capitalize on their tanks being out of position. I for an I2 looking pretty good.
Yeah, I totally agree. That was their focus fire was definitely on point. Um, it was just a nice slow roll. I mean, they didn't do anything crazy. SOA really super aggressive. That might have been their downfall on that end. So, Nerd, what do you think? Tank wise, what is your opinion for the best tanks to be running on Himmelsdorf encounter?
Well, I do like to have a little bit of speed, so probably some E50s. You can work with some T10s or some WZs. Maybe an STI or an E75. Autoloaders never hurt. I think maybe if you know maybe if they had like a batch hat instead of that E50 on the flank, it would have been a little bit more intimidating. But just having an E50 with a Lycan wasn't quite enough to scare them off. You know, it's tough to say. If you're gonna run some 8s, some IS3s, I think maybe 5100s aren't completely out of the question, but you definitely need to have the right players in them.
Yes. So I got told Ian says it's because of the Fatherland's red color, the color red in the camo, it makes it that color.
Interesting. Yeah, I never noticed that before.
All right, both teams kind of taking a little bit slow here on their tank picks.
Well, they're alternating picks by 2.
I mean, honestly, for myself, I wouldn't mind running like a pair of the batch head APs, and then also maybe running the 416 and an IS3, and then like a pair of T10s. Because
Yeah, I would be okay with running a light tank. I think the light tank definitely can work. But you can't push up on the enemy team like in that last game. You need to you need very good timing on your pushes.
Yes, most agreeable on that one. Just a friendly reminder for you guys. Go ahead and crank that resolution up. Don't run source. Crank it all the way up, 1080p. Here soon, we'll people on YouTube will be enjoying the full experience. Maybe Mixer also of the 4K. So about that time again, everybody's getting picked. You know what? I was so impressed with that Fatherland. Guess what? We're going to give out a code. Hashtag Fatherland. Hashtag Fatherland for to get yourself a little goodie. I'm not giving away a tank, but I'll get you a little something good.
Goody.
And then the next code after that one, we will have it will be for subscribers, and it's going to be a big one. So next one up on the list will be subscribers after this one.
Oh yeah.
Looks like both teams need to just pick one more. And here we go.
Tortoise. I mean, honestly, back in the day, the tortoise was an absolute beast. But now that front, I didn't even ask the devs if the tortoise was ever going to get buffed on some of that frontal armor. I mean, I understand the commander's hatch is the ultimate weakness, but if you properly know how to run it, I mean, I had no problem with the tortoise because I would just hide the commander's hatch. So, and hug it up against the building and literally just get into position hiding in the commander's hatch. But I don't know if the tortoise would ever really be considered a full. There's not many TDs that are considered comp worthy.
Yeah, I don't think the tortoise ever will be.
Yeah, I mean it's.
In fact, I'm positive it will not be.
I mean, in the tier 9 scenario, I think the T30 and maybe the Waffen-Panzergrenadier maybe be the only TDs. I don't know. Let's ask the audience. Is there any other TDs, tier 9 TDs in the 761 format that is viable? I mean, apparently the Yudes is doing pretty good.
Well, he did all right in that tank because he did manage to stay unspotted that whole game pretty much.
Man, SOA
I think it's maybe
apart.
pretty situational.
I mean, they're literally have tanks everywhere. And I for an I2.
Now Nilrak is going to cross the open. He gets tracked.
Is he going to get paid? Is he
got a shot coming
Lucky.
in here in a second? Oh, and he's just got double tracked. That's
Not so
probably
lucky.
the end of Nilrak.
Quinto pulls out in front of burned out
Quinto
guy.
misses.
Yeah, Quinto got shot in the back of the head from his teammate. There it is. Burned out guy finally getting that in there.
Nilrak will now be a good tank to go hold down behind.
All right, now you have the Leopard match head AP. Ammo rack on the PTA right off the bat.
Leopard.
Nerve, would you be scared in this scenario having those two mediums all the way over there? Kind of lonesome.
If I was in those mediums, I'd be a little bit nervous. It actually, I mean, they may be put into a crossfire here any second if that STI pushes up a little bit.
So
I think they're lucky.
I just want to step in here for
they're
a
just in
sec.
a very bad position there. Yeah, go ahead, Leach.
Well, with them being spread out like they were, it was sure, like Hal's pointed out, they were all over the place. I mean, it can work, but the communication needs to be there from those mediums. The mediums were able to come around that corner, get a couple shots in on the Conqueror. Eye for an eye, turned around, but the Tortoise and the T30, now the AMX 30 back there as well, they didn't move up. They just stayed back. They didn't have opportunities on shots.
What is
where
Provoke doing?
They could have pushed up.
That guy's crazy. He's driving
They
through
coulda
all
got
of
I
them.
think he's
position.
hoping that their whole team will miss him. Is what he's hoping,
That's
and
sort of
I think
happening right now.
his wish came true.
Whoa, what the?
Yeah.
How?
That's about as lucky as it gets. Now, yeah, there's a lot of driving out in the open. I'm not sure why.
Yeah,
I'd like to see these TDs get
even
down that
Lost
line,
Chaos
down
here.
the tracks.
Oh, Lost Chaos takes another hit.
I mean, if I was I for an I2, I'd
Still
be like,
very even.
what is going on?
It is.
T30's running the 120.
I can tell you this much: against a stronger team, that would not fly. That wouldn't. There wouldn't have been escaping for Provoked. Lost Chaos probably also would not have escaped.
Yeah, I just feel like their timing, their communication's a little off. Like I said, like they had all those tanks cross the 3 line. Those TDs could have moved up. I don't think they had much vision. I mean, they could have adjusted and went down the tracks, and the E50 would have got punished, and then the UDES 03 could have been next. Now they're sort of spread out. You got a guy in the middle here in the courtyard just getting pummeled. I just feel like the communication's a little off. I feel like they're trying to do too much.
All right, so now the Utes is actually putting in some work into the tortoise, and I'm going down.
Now this just opened up a flank for that E50. Now, I do want to. They're ready for it, kind of. Although the AMX-30 takes a big shot for turning around. I just want to see them time this flank correctly, because right now, Eye for an Eye is actually kind of split up too.
Oh,
Nice shot there by Lost Chaos through the window, but that's not going to be enough.
there it is. Provoke couldn't get that
Okay,
last
so
round
him
off.
and Provoked also go down. Now, I will say, they told us that Lost Chaos is currently the caller for SOA, and I wonder if him being in such a mobile tank and also kind of being on the run, trying to just survive for the last couple minutes, may have affected that communication.
It's definitely possible. Calling and playing is a tricky thing to do.
Why would you ram?
For the most part,
How did the Utes hit for that hard and not take that much damage? Interesting.
yeah, for the most part, when you call, your gameplay suffers, and when you're running around dodging and avoiding everything that's shooting at you, I'm sure it was difficult to
makes
call.
it-
I'm sure he was having.
It makes it even harder, even for some of the more experienced callers. When you're in a
Absolutely.
situation like that, it's still just
Absolutely.
really hard. You almost need your team to just start making their own decisions.
Absolutely. And sometimes that's just not possible. Eye for an Eye too, looking pretty good. You got the Fatherland. I mean, I'm going to say that he proved me wrong. 3 kills, 36-47. The E50, 24-24. It's a pretty cool little number there. Yeah, nice damage spread. Would have liked to see the STI put up a little more, but I mean, he's still doing his job, taking the hits, blocking the damage. See how much the STI is. What is it, slug?
Yeah.
Well, he blocked 0 damage, so that's not true at all. He received 6 direct hits. SOA, it's Provoked, running around that baby bat, 28-21.
It was just kind of
Doing a pretty good
chaos.
job. Just all over the place. You got the Leopard PTA. I'm not a fan of the Leopard PTA at 761. It's decent in pubs, but I'd rather see an E50 in place of that tank. The Lycan, he kind of got caught up in the open, throwing up some donuts. The T30 on SOA, 1187. That number needs to be a little higher. But like I said, I'm not really sure why those 2 tanks didn't move up when the communication should have been there. When those guys came flanking around the north side, and I believe it was Provoke in his batch hat and Jay in his and Lost Chaos in his Leopard. I would have liked to see those TDs move up a little closer and at least get some clean shots on those tanks crossing the open there. But hats off to Eye for an Eye too. These guys are looking pretty solid. They must have been practicing quite a bit. It's interesting to see what happens next.
Yes, sir. All right.
So I told them that because I did not actually announce that we would do kill all, cap all, then most kills, then most damage. We'll replay that first side, but then after that there will be no draws.
Alrighty, let me switch everything on the overlay here.
I think we have enough time anyway, so things are running pretty smooth right now. I think we've got the time.
All right. Everything's getting dialed in here. Gira, congratulations. You're the winner.
Woot woot.
I'll be getting your code over to you here very shortly. All right, so we're gonna get ready to run this one more time. I don't know how much more that Fatherland can keep throwing up big numbers, but Quinto is one of Ifer and I's big boys that they do have. So yet again, when you do get these codes, remember you do have to take these. You have to go to the website itself. These are not Xbox codes. So you have to take these to the website, and then you cannot be on a mobile or tablet device. You have to be on either a laptop or a PC or a desktop to get these to work. Because I don't know, that's the way Wargaming told me. And a lot of people have tried on mobile and it's failed, and then they've said the code's bad, and then I told them to get on a PC and it works. So, there you go. Alrighty, so we're going to run this back. Kind of strange. I cannot talk and type at the same time. It's just, I don't know. I stop talking. I can type. Alrighty. There you go, Garam. Code's out to you, sir. Congratulations. So next code coming up is going to be one of the more premier codes, and these are going to be for our subscribers. So I hope everybody's having a great time over there.
Yeah.
Tree Sabotage, good to see you over there on YouTube. It's been a long time no talk to. Yep. All right. Looks like everybody's picked up, huh? Here we go again. Yude's still coming out. So is the Fatherland. They really like that combo. And here comes the Type 4 Heavy again.
All right, let's start it up. See if maybe anyone tries to change things up and
Alrighty. How long have
do
I
a
been
little
talking
action up
into a
on the
muted
top of the
mic, I
hill
wonder?
here. Can you not hear me?
No, how long did I wonder how long I was talking into a muted mic.
I heard you just a second ago.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I was just going to remind viewers that there's going to be 3 of us streaming here on Wednesday Night Fights. And yet again, you're going to be able to tell who's streaming. It is not going to be a host. We'll be on this channel. And down at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen will tell you who is who. All right, so SOA doing it a little bit different this time. Phantom's waiting for his friends. Now I really like to see him to push up right over here just really fast, just to try to get that quick spot and try to catch these slower tanks out in the open right here, like Creamy, Quinto might be a little bit harder to hit. That's going to be a pretty good lead shot. Nope, no one goes to the edge. They stay towards the border.
They could possibly have a plan here, maybe for some kind of quick flank, but once again, they just need to make sure if they do that, that they time it with the rest of their team.
Correct.
Yeah, the rest of their team's got to react, and the communication's got to be there. I mean, they're sitting far back right now. Lost Chaos, he's been spotted. But as soon as those guys push in from the south, and they're doing that right now, it looks low. They have been spotted, though. So they know they're coming. I'd like to see their guys from the
This is
north
bad.
push
This
down.
is bad for Chrome Neon Jesus. Oh, we've got a fire. About 3 shots went into him, 4 shots. 5 shots, he's out of the game.
Wow.
The hit points are still pretty close somehow, but they are down a tank, which is what really matters here.
Now, would you tell your heavies that are sitting in B3 to move up, or would you tell them to hold their ground?
At this point, they would have to, because you know that if you lose a second or third tank and give them that much of advantage, you're going to lose anyway.
I think I'd try to reach a little bit, maybe overstep a little more than they are now to get some quick shots in before Eye for an Eye's tanks come back into the mix. I mean, they're out of it right now. There's 4 heavy tanks chasing one guy around. I would have liked to have...
Oh, nice double tap
Oh,
in the
he's
provoke.
way in the open.
Yeah,
And
2 shots there.
I would have liked to see them try to take some shots on those other tanks, or at least get some eyes on them.
And he bounces.
Too aggressive, man. Way too aggressive.
Yeah, you can't rush the whole team with 3 tanks, and one of them being a light tank.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
If
the
they
light
had
tank
the light tank
and
for
the light
eyes,
tank rolled out. He didn't even help. He just ran immediately. Now
yeah,
you
if
have
they
a
had
T10.
the light tank back for eyes and just sent the 2 tanks in to flank like that, distract the team. The light tank could have lit the guys up that were sitting on the tracks, and those TDs of SOA, or pardon me, the T30 and the T10 and the Type 4 could have done some damage. I mean, there's 4 of them over there. Now we're sort of back to even Steven here. I mean, there's a difference between about 9 hit points or 9%. Lots of shots being fired there. Sinister.
Yeah, I mean, and you got to think a lot of their hit point percentages are being held by that Type 4.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they
Lycan's
are
about to
down
run
2
into
guns
this
right now.
T10. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of also the other thing, right? So the hit point advantage is not huge, but it's all pretty much in 4 tanks for SOA.
Alrighty, so I mean, wow, the Lycan's getting so lucky. Lady Luck has been on SOA's side. They just haven't taken advantage of them keep rolling Snake Eyes. Quinto being brave. Man, what is up with everybody driving across the tracks in the middle? Love these guys, but Fatherland just needs to spin a little bit. No reason to be broadside. You're typically not going to block anything being broadside. A heat round might get caught up in your tracks. But you need to go in there in a side scraping position.
Now that T30 is fired. He's reloading. I would like to see Eye for an Eye push up on that T10 and wipe that guy out.
Oh, nice shot.
And then just keep pushing forward.
Burned out guy and also Quinto was, I think, yeah, it was Quinto. Put that T30, put it to bed. And then now we're on to the Lost Chaos getting pushed. He's going to pull out. Oh, someone got it caught up in the tracks.
It's only about a minute left here. These guys got to work quick.
EB did get ammo racked. I don't know if he's permanently ammo racked. Yet again now, we're going to come down to the Type 4 Heavy. And yet again, if they get within... I mean, you have to be firing on that thing now, or you're going to run out of time.
We are going to go with damage and tanks remaining. So right now, eye for an eye's up. Big time.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, in the next 30 seconds, something major would have to happen for Eye for an Eye not to win this. They do have a couple weak tanks though. It could come down to damage, but even if it comes down to damage, they still have it.
Oh, they got 3 more seconds to get a couple more rounds into it. Oh my goodness, they beat it at the 0.
GG. It's a pretty nice damage spread for Eye for an Eye too again. Burnout guy, T10, 3 kills, 3,100 damage. Quinto, 1850. Slug got in the game this time with 1,000 damage, 1 kill. Blocked 440, so this time he blocked some shots. Yeah, great damage spread on Eye for an Eye. Moving over to SOA. Lost Chaos, the T10, 2633, looking pretty good. J and the Type 4. I mean, that's a big tank.
Mm-hmm.
Putting up 2465. The rest of the guys still just seemed like they were out of the fight, and I'm not 100% sure if the communication's there or not. Like you guys said,
it could be
these
new
guys have been out of the mix
as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and they've been out of the mix for a bit, and they're playing on stream, and good on them for coming out. I mean, for the most part, like I've mentioned a while ago, some of these tanks work great in pubs. When it comes to competitive play, I like seeing the T10s, I like seeing the Conquerors, I like seeing the E50s. The AMX-30 does work on certain maps. I'd rather see another E50 in the mix. To be honest, we spoke about this earlier, Hells. I like what Eye for an Eye's done with the 2 tier 8s. The UDES 03, I'm not really convinced. I'm not completely certain that that's going to be a competitive tier 9 tank.
Yeah.
But on SOA's side, with the Type 4 is just not. It doesn't have the mobility. Sure, it's got the health, the armor, and a gun on it, but it's just the mobility really suffers. It's a big negative. And the AMX-30, I like seeing that on maps that's got some different terrain. The city maps, you want to have stuff that's gonna be able to side scrape and flank and have the DPM. I just feel like it's almost there with SOA, but they're missing something. I do hope these guys come out next week and the week after and keep practicing, because I do see some potential in their play. That's for sure.
Yes, definitely so. SOA I think they're outreaching too far to try to be like, I got to get the damage, and they're putting themselves into a compromising position to get that. And so, just, like you were saying, little tweaks, little work, little training, and keep practicing. It's good to have that aggression. You just got to learn how to harness it.
And I mean, I know we point out the stats, the post-game review with the damage. For me, and I'm sure there's lots of people out there that'll disagree, for me, I'm not really big on applauding damage. I mean, I think I mentioned this earlier in the stream. If you've got guys out there that are putting up big numbers and the rest of the team is just sort of trickling along, there's something wrong there with your team play. the synergy's not quite there. You can't just rely on one or two guys to get you the win. You want to have that nice, even damage spread across the board, which means you're flanking, your focus fire, everyone's getting into the fight. If you got that balanced damage, generally you're going to win that fight. It usually means the other team's distracted, confused as to what's going on, and you're firing on all cylinders. Those guys that come out and put those big 35, 4,000 damage in a tier 9 match, it usually means the rest of the team's out of position, or they're not landing their shots, the focus fire's not there. So as much as we applaud damage, I mean, I'm big on damage. It's just like everyone else, but to a certain degree. And I applaud kills. I mean, if you can get that gun off the battlefield, that's far more important to me than putting up a 4,000 damage round.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, we're limited to what we can give you after the fight. The statistics aren't quite there, like other sporting events and whatnot. I mean, good on these guys. Like I said, they're doing well. It's an exciting matchup tonight. Happy to see these guys come out and play. Like I said, hopefully SOA comes out next week. I'd like to see them practice a bit and come back next week. I feel like they've got some potential. I'm curious to see how they do next time around.
Yes, sir. Here we are in the middle of prime time. So really in Meltdown, early Meltdown, we had the Poppers versus 36 Pans. That was a great match. Poppers came out and did a great show. 36 Pans did get the victory. Here in prime time, we got, of course, Ifer and I, 2 versus SOA. This is being a great match. And then at the 9 p.m. hour, this is going to be a good brawl. MB versus SBA. This is for ranking. And then Meltdown late night. BK making a comeback here. It's been a while. They were sliding down the ranks, and they're going to be going against Oxidative Stress and his boys and Off. So most definitely stay tuned. A lot of great stuff on tap here. Nerve set up a hell of an evening for you guys. And then Nerve, you've already got Wednesday pretty much done, don't you, sir?
Yeah, on Wednesday we actually have at 8 o'clock we've got the Immortals versus UGCC. At 9 o'clock we have NFTG versus Nightmare. Ooh. And at 10 o'clock we have I4I's main team versus VGA.
Nice. You got a hell of a good lineup on that one too, sir. Wow. Bringing out the stars.
Yeah, Wednesday's a solid lineup.
I was wondering if UGCC's wanting to get redemption from the last time those two met. Immortals definitely took it to UGCC, so I always love seeing a little bit of rivalry between each other, between teams. And then I'm going to be torn.
I'm sure they are practicing a bunch for that.
Oh yeah, and I know I'm going to be a little torn. Nightmare. Love Nightmare. Love those guys. But my boys over at NFTG, well, Nightmare's got their hands full coming in with the NFTG.
NFTG has looked very dominating recently. I mean, they always have been, but just from the matches I've seen lately, they are really putting it to people.
Well, I know that Practice Sniff has definitely dialed it up, cranked it to 11 on the practices. So, and it's been looking really good, so there we go. Oh, Garrett did get 1 day of premium. I don't know what these codes are. Some of these are big codes, some are little codes. Hey, how about this? With that 1 day premium, Wednesday night fights treated you to a game of tanks for free. Alrighty. Got a little bit of music here in the background behind our voices. So we just didn't have some dead air. Now, I did make some comments in a different tournament of how underutilized the M46 patent actually is. I really, really like the 46 patent, and Kaiser came out in that tournament with his 46 patent, and his team was throwing up phenomenal numbers, and he was literally even higher. So it wasn't the case that he was carrying. He was just between the spotting range. He was, getting almost 3K assisted spotted damage, plus 3K damage. I love the patent. It's a little weak in areas. The turret is a little but you'll get some good bounces off it sometimes. But I do love its fire rate, and I do love its alpha. What do you guys think?
I mean, I think it's a great tank. It's not my favorite medium, really, but I don't know. I see other people play it a lot better than I do, so I don't know. I'm not sure that it's a comp tank. I personally think that I like the E50 more as far as a standard medium goes, a tier 9, but it's a preference thing.
Well, I know in the tournament you could only be allowed 2 of each type of tank, so I mean, I think with 7F pairing it, they took it down. Manian, hopefully he throws it back up. Maybe he had to add change out some consumables on it. Yet again, guys, I want to say thank you to all of our followers, subscribers. You guys are the reason why we do this. We wouldn't be here without you guys. Thank you for getting us up to the 900. It's unbelievable. There's a lot of stuff on tap that apparently I have to go do, and one request was kick beaver in his woodchuck area, and then I gotta hit Nerve with a pie. Nerve, what type of pie do you like?
Yeah, I'm gonna dodge that pie, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh yeah, everybody doesn't know, but Nerve has like ninja reflexes. This man, it was crazy seeing him bounce around the War Museum here in Springfield. It was pretty amazing seeing him do all these ninja moves. All right, guys, so here we go. It looks like they're all ready to rock and roll. Manian getting back up that.
All right.
So round 4, 3.
It's currently 2-0 in favor of Eye for an Eye.
Yes. We just bounced around a little bit. I was trying to remember which round was which.
Used to only have 3 choices. Looking for some shoulder pain? Try a hard mattress. Oh, it may feel like a rock and put pressure on your hips, but it's the perfect.
The code, yep, you just have to use it on a PC, guys. All right, over for Eye for an Eye 2, coming out with the Lycan 46 patent, the E50, pair of T10s, an STI, and a Conquer. And then I guess over on SOA side, coming out with the T30, the Tortoise, Lycan T54, E50, AMX30, and a Skoda. I don't know about the Tortoise on this map. I mean, that's, yet again, it's going to take it forever to get over to the battle. I mean, it could post up there at like G9, but we'll have to see here. Milrak getting out. He did spot up Chevy and also Sinister. As you see, the Tortoise is just now barely crossing G0 going into F0, so it's Now, Leech, do you like the war variant better than the standard variant here on Airfield?
I know from my experiences we normally just play this particular what's the word? Sorry, pardon me. Variant. I haven't really scrimmed much on the war variant. This is just standard. Am I correct?
Yeah, this is the standard encounter.
Yeah, this is the normal air. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more accustomed to playing this. I find sometimes war maps there's a little too much going on. I like both for pubs, but I find this is probably the cleanest for comp play. This is one of my favorite comp maps for sure. There's all kinds of neat stuff that you can do with tanks here.
Yes.
Positioning, flanking, metas, you name it.
So Lost Chaos has got out 2 successful clips, only bouncing 1 round. So he's been doing a great job of getting some damage out there. Oh my goodness gracious, Lycan got SOL'd. Tortoise just now getting into the fight 3 minutes later. So much action.
Yeah, and he's gonna. He may have shots here on Sinister if Sinister's not careful, which he was not. I don't think he realized how many tanks he was just driving in front of.
Look how fast that reload is on that Tortoise.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably the only thing it's got going for it. I mean, the speed of this tank I'm not even sure it's moving. Is it moving right now? Yeah, it's moving.
Yeah, it's creeping. Burned out guy gotta give her a good ram.
He ended up getting a kill there, getting some shots in, but the situational awareness for me would have been to back up the T-30 that got pummeled and try to maybe put a little more pressure on those tanks that were on the hill. Now the STI is able to get up top. T10's going to flank her. We got 2 T10s. Well, down goes 1, but the other T10 smashed and provoked across the way. Like I said, Eye for an I2 is looking pretty good. You can tell that they've been practicing. Got maybe a little more exposure lately to some comp play. SOA. I mean, I like what they're doing. I just don't think they're like I said, they're missing something. A little more practice. You know, hit the team training, work on the communication, and the Tortoise just doesn't work. The T-30 great. I mean, it works. It's got a turret. It hits extremely hard and devastate a tank. But I mean, if you look at the damage here, not a lot coming out of those 2 TDs. The T-30 got annihilated. Only put up 787. Yeah, a couple different tank tweaks here and there. Work on the communication. I think SOA will be okay. Moving over to Eye for an Eye. You got Quinto in the T10, 23-29, 2 kills. I love it. Burnout guy, Eye for an Eye's second caller for their second team, from what I understand. And his T10, 29-25, looking pretty good. Got a kill in there. Yeah, pretty decent spread. It wasn't quite as good as the last. But yeah, Eye for an Eye looking really good tonight. Hats off to them. GG's to both teams.
Yes, most definitely.
It's been a great night so far. Absolutely.
Alrighty, so now we're gonna get everything.
Monk saying hello. What up, Monk? I'm gonna give you some taco bags.
You guys and your tacos. Crazy.
Yeah, I don't even get it. I just hand them out. People love them. They're spicy tonight.
Spicy. Alrighty, so up next.
I'll be right back, guys. Give me a couple minutes.
No problem. Alright. NB and SBA. This This is gonna be a good fight, guys. This is gonna be a really good fight. We're going to be rocking their new logo. Pretty sweet. Bam. It's coming in full size. Look at that. Pretty sweet. Sweet logo there. They definitely gave some good props to that artist. Thank you all for staying with us on this great Monday evening. SBA with their elephant. And of course, SBA's second team, Cirrus. I haven't seen too much Cirrus yet, but I've seen them coming around in pubs. I think I've seen them once or twice in some of the scrims. So definitely they're building it and they're waiting for the next big thing. Speaking of the next big thing, I'm gonna wait for Leech to get back around on that. Because the big announcements coming out of the WNF cap. And be rolling in, definitely pushing that 10-man limit. That dealer, Raging Warrior, I kill you! One of our proud staff members here. Sleep Humper, good friend of ours, of me, Nerve, and also Leech. Sleep Humper was yet again one of those proud members of ETC, along with Nerve, and Leech, and Beaver. A lot of us coming out of that ETC camp. We learned a lot. We loved it. And then all kind of spread to the wind and then kind of came back together. Kind of crazy. You there, Nerf?
Yeah, I'm trying to get SBA in here.
Okay. Well, I just didn't. It's kind of crazy how everything kind of works. We all, all being in ETC and then, we all kind of went our own ways and now we're all back kind of in the same area. Nerve, the super typer. Honestly reminds me, when I hear you type, is, have you ever watched all those shows from like the 40s and the 50s that had the women, it showed Office and all the women would be typing on typewriters?
Yeah, I think maybe my keyboard sounds like a typewriter.
Yeah, a little bit.
Don't break a nail.
I'm gonna wait for that whole one of these times. I'm gonna get that soundbite of the cha-ching and I love it. My keyboard does the same thing. You guys can. I start typing in.
Well, you know, it just popped in and then popped out. I'm not sure.
SBA are they're always fashionably late. You know, that's just SBA style. And then Selva does the same thing. I think they all wait until everybody's all together, then they all enter at one time. Wow.
Either way, it would be nice if they just, you know, would respond on Discord.
All right, there's a leader.
Well, I think, Hells, while we're waiting, if you would do me the pleasure of putting that logo up on the screen.
I was actually
you know what I'm
talking about
talking
that. I was actually talking about
Yeah, if you
that
want to
while
put
you were
that
gone.
up. And I think I'm going to explain it to the viewers and the community what's in store for next year. I'll break it down real quick, and
There you
then of
go.
course maybe we can
Take up the whole center screen.
bring it up Wednesday and Friday night as well. So what we plan on putting together, myself and the Wednesday night staff, is a league set for the Wednesday night fight community. We're going to run a test league. It's going to be an invitational. This is a league that's going to have a lot of commitment involved from the teams. It's called the National World of Tanks League. Some of you have participated in the event before. I ran it a couple years back. Really excited about this. I'm hoping that the viewers and the community are as well. Not quite sure on the format yet. We're not quite sure on how many teams can participate, but the plan is we're going to incorporate the Wednesday night fight rankings in order to qualify. So that's going to keep things competitive all year round. We're going to bring in the fantasy draft. So now you're going to be able to pick from a roster, just like you would with the Fantasy Football League. You're going to be able to pick your players from the respected teams that are competing. And, you know, put your bets down in terms of who's going to put the most damage up. We'll tally up the totals for you at the end of the week. And, yeah, we're really looking forward to this. Going to stream this event as much as possible.
Yes.
High-end
Why
action.
we've been
I mean,
pulling
this,
in so many people.
yeah, I mean, this is going to take a lot from the staff and the community. But I'm telling you right now, this is going to go off without a hitch. I'm very confident in myself and the staff with Wednesday Night Fights to pull this one off. So stay tuned for more information, guys. I'm really excited. I'm happy to be a part of this team and bring you something that's really going to bring this community together and put Wednesday Night Fights on the map officially. So stay tuned, guys. Really excited. It's the National World of Tanks League. It's a North American league banging out some of the high-end, high-octane, tank-on-tank action that we all love.
Yes, sir. I'll leave that logo right there up at the top left. Perfect. Yeah, everybody getting super excited. Here we go. This is for the subscribers out there. This is for one of the bigger prizes. Hashtag NWL. Hashtag NWL for subscribers. We'll get you a code. So I'll be waiting for your guys' response. I'll put your name if you're a subscriber, into the pool to win a nice prize. I think this one's a $20 prize, actually. I don't know. I have to look it up. Good friend of ours, Stinger, over there on that side. Over on MB. Let's see. Griffo. Griffo. Yeah. I remember seeing him quite a bit. El Gracho. Unawa. I'm Smokers. Ricciota, Monk, a lot of the big names in MB coming out. Luke Duke was newer about 2 months ago. Let's see how well he's has adapted into the MB crew. Oh, let me turn back on the music because I turned it off for the announcement. There we go.
Well, based on the information I've got from MB, they're going to run 2 callers tonight. They're going to keep that secret. They don't want to release that information, so I guess we're going to have to guess. I'm going to say, Nerf, based on what you know, is it possible Sleep Humper is calling? Possibly, maybe?
I know he's always had an interest in it, and he's dabbled a little bit, so I don't think that's out of the question.
Okay, and what about Stinger or Raging Warrior? Do we know if those guys have called in the past?
Raging has. And Stinger has
Raging,
also.
okay.
So there's 2 possibilities right there of calling. And then I Kill You. He's also a caller.
Okay. So there's lots of options on the board right now.
It looked like I Kill You left, but he was in here. So they're just NB abiding by the 10-man rule limit that we have here, just so it makes it more easy to situate the room and stuff like that. All right, I just gotta step away for just a quick moment here. Yet again, I just gotta go take my plate back into the other, and then I will be right back. So I'm gonna leave yet again with the trusted friends and fellow WNF staff here. Oh, there's SBA. They're finally in, and they're in here for us. They can wait. All right. There we go. Steps. Like it. Matey Ray, huh? Matey Ray coming in to play for SBA? Maybe a future tanker coming in, huh? Future competitive tanker there. Looks like Leach has been handing out bags of tacos to everybody. Nervin, this one's 770, right?
This is 770.
No limits, only 2 TDs. Always love it. It's almost like this is going to be the new meta, the new format for further tournaments, unless you come here to Wednesday night fights, and then we could always toss it up, because we could always go back old school and throw it back to 761, or we'd even do something crazy and bring back Leach and my favorite 754. Crib. Carlos. Feel like SBA does is. Oh, El Dorado. Not here tonight. Okay. We're going no spectators again, right?
No, I'm just not doing spectators anymore.
Okay.
All right, so both teams are here. These are, I believe, everyone is here for both teams.
NB already coming out with a diverse mix of tanks here. Dog from every city. Only thing we're missing here, we need to get a Soviet. Where's that Russian? And then let's get that Kronwagen out there. I know if Dexter would have been here today, he'd probably be in there with running a Kronwagen. So that tank has actually been proven to be okay if it has some serious team support. I guess the only complaint I've really been hearing out of the camp for the Kronwagen was the ridicule shrink, the aim time. It is a little bit on the slow side. That's what actually holds back the recycle on the reload. Well, they're coming out with the good size of the E5 Chieftain. What type of lineup do you like running their Nerve on steps in the 770 format? Oh.
For I'll let you know what I like, House. If you
Okay, I didn't know if you were
Never
back
mind,
or
stepped
not.
away. No, I'm here. Yeah.
What would you like to run?
I like the E5s. I like the Chieftains. I think you can get a good mix of those in. I like the for this particular map, depending on the spawn, the E5s and the Chieftain work very well. The Batch Hats, yeah. I'm not a fan of the E50. I feel like it sits up too high. The DPM just isn't quite there. The Object 140, absolutely. Looking at SBA's lineup, I like what I see. So far, so good. I'm curious to see what their next and final tank will be.
Yes.
Yeah, the only thing that I don't like from MB's lineup is that E50M. And not that it's not a great tank for pubs, and I'm sure it has its moments in comp play, but for the most part, your Object 140, your Batch Hats, your TDPs, I feel like I'm missing one or two there, but yeah.
Yeah, but
SBA's lineup's looking really good. The mobility's there, the DPM's there, the armor's there, the penetration's there, and you've got that E4, that devastating E4. I feel SBA's going to come out on top just because of their lineup. I feel like they've got a stronger meta for this map. But, I mean, in our previous match, and I said that Fatherland wasn't looking very good, the guy put up some quality numbers, so we'll see. I've been wrong once before tonight. We'll see if that E50M can pull up the numbers.
most definitely. Yeah.
That E50M, they may push the 1-2 line. If they do, that E50M may do all right.
Yeah, there's some.
If it rams a
positions
Batch
on the
Hatter
map
at any moment,
Yeah.
it could do some massive damage.
there's positions on the map for any tank. I just feel that some of the tanks, like the Object 140, are more universal in so many scenarios, so many positions.
Well, that's what you kind of
Even the
look for,
mobility
isn't it?
of it. Yeah, absolutely. You want flexibility. You want you want the tank to be able to do more than just one thing.
Yeah, there we go with the Monk, Stinger, and Ricky Oda.
And they are taking it down to 1-2.
And then yet again for the TD situation, going into the actual, not running for the MEMS, being a true tier 10 TD, I don't really think there is an equivalent. I think it is just the E4. Yeah, you have the Death Star, but that's kind of a one-trick pony. I mean, when it does its job properly, yeah, it's absolutely devastating. But I think the E4, hit for hit, would be the best tier 10 for competitive play.
The flexibility is there. It can do so many things for you. It can act like a heavy. It can protect your flank like a TD. It's got the damage. I mean, if it hits you, you're looking pretty rough. Looks like there's some action going over here on the JK line.
Stinger with that actually face hugging him was actually as a hindrance.
Wow.
Man. When you face hug somebody, that takes away the ability of your teammates to actually fire. But face hugging's only situationalist, in a certain situations. But in an open map like this.
Yeah, it looks like SBA got caught with their pants down there.
Yeah. Ooh, double shots going into Grifto. One did pin. I played my E5. The Commander's Hatch, yeah, it's actually not that bad as everybody portrays it,
It had, I know that there was a buff, and it was pretty much impossible to pen it. And from what I understand with the last major update, they've nerfed it a little bit, so it's sort of made its way back to what it was prior to the previous update.
Yeah, it's kind of
But,
on par. I mean, it's one of those you would expect.
Yeah, they've balanced it a little more, but I mean, that tank is still hard to kill when positioned correctly. Ooh, another big shot.
Stinger was trying to get in
Well,
there. to save Monk.
you don't even need premium. You don't even need premium rounds to pen that Commander's Hatch anymore. It's pretty easy to pen.
It was in the beginning, and then they made it overpowered, and now I think they brought it back to
A
what
more
it used to be.
realistic
Maybe
state.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not quite as soft, but it's still. I mean, if you can keep yourself bobbing and weaving, it's hard to hit. It's not a big target, right?
Depends on your distance. If you're at medium distance, you're gonna hit that thing pretty reliably.
Oh, Rick misses the ram. He tracked Virtual Crib. Monk, absolutely, he must be ammo racked because that reload is absolutely. He's been reloading for almost a minute now.
Whoa, lots of action on the right side here, down the 9 line.
Carlos goes down, yeah. Noah getting
Book's
double
fire was
tap.
pretty good there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here comes Virtual Crib. He's going to enter the mix. I don't think he's loaded. He is now. But too little, too late at that time.
That was a bit premature right there.
Yeah, and I would have liked him to sit back a little more and try to clip out that E5 and that Chieftain. I think that would have been more of a better play than pushing right between the 4 tanks they had.
And
posted up
MB,
there.
props to their heavy tanks there for recognizing that push and all shooting at that guy when it was necessary.
Yeah, absolutely. Down goes Monk.
And I do not think Smokers is getting out of this situation.
No. He probably would have dropped Raging, but Scorpius would have got him.
Well, whoever was calling for MB, GG. Really great damage spread. That's what you want to see right there. You've got the Bat Chat putting 2,000 damage with a couple kills. You've got the Chieftain 2 kills, 2,800 damage. The E50M, hey, 2,000 damage, not bad. Object 140 with 84. Chieftain coming in with 3 kills and 2332. I love that right there. That's perfect.
Yeah.
E5 with 858. I mean, come on. There's only 7 tanks out there. I mean, they all can't have 2,000 damage. Is it Scorpius? Scorpius, we'll call him, with 2,096 damage. Yeah, I mean, wonderful play by these guys. Great damage spread. The focus fire was there. Moving on to the SBA side. Smoker, 3 kills, 3244, but you can't carry the team on your back.
Yeah.
You got their E5, what is it?
Unawa. It's Unawa.
Unawa?
He blocked
Unawa.
2,400.
Blocking 2,400, putting 3197. Sure, I mean, but there's only 2 guys like putting up the big numbers. You got an E4 only hitting once. The 140. You got to have bigger numbers. You got to have that damage spread. That's what I'm saying right there. Like I said earlier, you've got MB, nice spread on the damage. The focus fire was clear. Communication was there. I think, like I said earlier, SBA just got caught with their pants down, and MB capitalized on that push. So
Most
GG to
definitely.
MB. Let's see if SBA can flip this one around on them.
And NB's going for points, so SBA did fall out of the gold division into the silver division, and NB's hot on their heels. They want to get in that top 3 spot. And then, I'm sorry, things have been so darn busy for me. The rankings will be out tonight, I promise, right after the show. Nerves my alarm clock. He's going to remind me. But I will drop this. The number 1 in silver division is no longer number 1. So it is up for grabs, and with all of this going on to the next rankings, and B's putting out a good showing, and they're doing a great job at it.
Looks like SBA is having some comms issues, so they're moving their chat to Discord.
Sometimes Xbox is on your side. Sometimes it's not. Yeah, I was so happy today. Kind of personal information for. So everybody, I hardlined everything in my little office little space here is all hardlined. So I yeah, you might see a drop in the internet speed. But I've been trying to figure out what's been going on out in the living room, playing with Nerve and all those guys, and I have just been potatoing. Bad potatoing. And, well, I did a test. So, I have like 300 megabyte download speed. So, the living room had 2.02 megabyte download. So, that equivalent in the World of Tanks of like 4 to 5 frames a second, which... yeah. Got the new modem router today. First game out. I had to try it out with the E4 6K. First game out. I'm like, whoop whoop.
Nice.
I'm like, Hells is back. No more potatoing for me.
Did Lady Def go out and buy all that stuff for you?
No.
Or did you just...
She ordered it for me. She was so nice. Lady Death is...
Yeah, there it is.
Lady Death, my rock. I mean, don't
Yeah,
get me
right
wrong. She is... she is my Swiss Army wife.
Your head would fall off if she left the country, probably.
Pretty much. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Where's my socks?
I don't know how to feed myself. Yeah. Where is
Exactly.
everything? How do you turn the lights off? Well, I
forgot.
shouldn't say that. Women are terrible for turning the lights off. That's not true at all. They like to leave all the lights on. That's
Yes.
not true at all.
Yeah, that's one thing that I think they forget where the light switch is at. Oh, well, they know where it's at. They just didn't know that it has a down position.
Yeah, right.
And B. Ooh, T62A. Don't see that a whole lot. I do like the T62A.
I find that it's almost the same tank as the 140. It's just the 140 does everything that much better, you know?
Yeah. I'm a 430 fan. I love my 430.
Yeah, they're all kind of the same. It just, the 140 is just a little more balanced. I think it just does everything the same, just a little better than the two other respected tanks. But with the two Chieftains, the E5s, the Batch Hat, the 140, accompanied with the 62A, that's a pretty good lineup. They look pretty good earlier on. It looks like they're going to change their ideas up a little bit. Maybe their strat's going to be adjusted a bit. Moving on to SBA, you've got the double Batch Hat, which is good. The IS4, I don't mind seeing it every once in a while. I think it can be very useful. The E5s, staple tank as far as I'm concerned. Then you got a Chieftain. Let's see what their next pick here is. Let's see if they pick that E50M again.
So it's interesting seeing them. Oh. I don't know what to think about that tank.
I'm
not
like I
sold
said, I
on
ate my
it.
words with that fatherland earlier, but I just don't think it has what is required from a medium in a 7-on-7 format.
That thing, I mean, you even look at it the wrong way and it's ammo racked. I mean, the turret can troll sometimes, but most of the other, I mean, it does have great acceleration, great mobility, top end. But, the fire rate is tremendous. So, I don't know. I'm excited to see what this axe is going to do. Nerve, you getting business taken care of over there?
You know it.
You know, Nerve's busy doing something when he's completely silent. And he's over there in his own
I think
world.
he's busy picking up all the keys off his keyboard. I think they're all over the ground right now, and he's trying to find them to put them back on his keyboard because it's split in half. Is that what happened? Nerve, you broke your keyboard, didn't you?
Stinger and Monk really
I
got some titanium,
built this.
cojones. They are really aggressive.
They got a little support with the Batch Hat coming up from behind there, so it's. And then its Risk is coming in behind with accompanied by
this is
pretty much
a-
everyone else. This is going to be bad. This is going to be very, very bad.
All right, El Garacho
Yeah.
goes down.
They just need to get as much damage in as possible.
Disc is on a reload,
Yeah, see
so
if they
it's
can focus
just
that one
Monk.
tank. It's just Monk
I think
in there.
Disc is
Can
going to
Monk
get
put
out of there.
Wow.
He
Yeah.
may take some more damage here. Let's see. Yep, there's one. Oh man, that's pretty lucky. That could have gone worse.
Yeah. I think he might get away here. Yeah, he took the right route there.
I don't know if I like the trade-off. It was 2 for 1. I mean, almost 2 for 2.
Yeah, that wasn't
Yeah,
a good trade at all.
almost.
Mind you, there's
There-
30 seconds on the clock here,
Yeah, and they're all the way
35
across the
seconds
map.
approximately. and they're all the way across the map.
They can get there. Smokers is
Smoker-
probably gonna have to sacrifice himself though to do it.
he's
I mean, he
Just
could
get
he
a
could do it
reset, yeah.
intelligently, but he's actually
he's gingerly going, man. It's like a country drive with
he
Smoker.
really isn't moving fast, is he?
No, I mean, literally, if he's weighed like burnt up like 7, well, gonna come up on 10 seconds, and he's only moved a
I'd like
grid.
to see New Beginning just completely push that Chieftain and that batch out right out there and give those guys something to shoot at.
Yeah,
While the rest of the guys are sitting
15
on the cap.
seconds.
I mean,
I
they're
think this
taking-
game may be over.
Yeah.
This game's over.
it is over. I don't know why they took so long.
Well,
to
I
get
think
the
they might
batch
still
out
be
and
having
the
comms
Centron
issues.
AX in there. Yeah, it might, but still, I mean, comms issues or not, that information's on their screen. They see this.
yeah, exactly. I mean, and it's in your ears. Okay, here we go. Smokers might
Yeah.
get something. 3,
There it is.
2. Oh, Chieftain misses his shot. 0.
Oh, there it is.
No.
Wow. G.
They did it.
Uh-oh. They got to stop firing, killing tanks, though. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Oh, holding the breath.
Wow. Tunnel vision, possibly, maybe. I'm not even
Something.
going to go over the spread because there's not
Yeah,
much
not really
damage
sure.
spread here.
Ah,
But I mean, need a disc, 2270. That's about it. In
Yeah,
terms, I
that's-
mean, you got to kill. Chieftain got to kill. Very low damage on either team. That's what happens when you fast cap, folks. You got to pay attention to what's going on, whether your comms are working or not. You got to have that situational awareness. I mean, the sirens are going off. You know they're on the map, or on the flag. Pardon me. Like we mentioned, or like Nerve mentioned, that bat chat on SBA.
he was.
And who exactly was that? Was that Smoker? That was
Smoker.
correct?
Yeah, he was driving.
yeah.
Yes.
He was driving Miss Daisy. To
Yeah,
the,
Smoker needed to get in there. Yeah, just needed to get in there and get some quick resets with that clip. And he could have done it successfully. You have quite a few options in that barrel to reset those tanks on the cap.
Yeah,
They just didn't move fast enough. I'm not really sure what was happening there.
I mean, at that point in time, I mean, if it was that close, I mean, even rushing and shooting one tank and ramming, the side of another, at least you're getting resets on 2 tanks, and you at least have the other.
It would have done the
6.
trick.
Yeah. And it would have gave you enough
Yeah.
time to get those E5s and Chieftains, and you'd still be up a tank. So,
I
Well,
mean, their
The thing is,
their reaction and their collapse on the mediums and the trade was good. It was a good trade, but I think they got a
was
little
really good.
hungry and yeah, they should have just sent some of their they didn't need that big of an overmatch. In all honesty, they could have sent maybe a couple guys towards the flag, and they would have had their opportunities for a reset. But I mean, that's part of the game. Quick cap is a play. It doesn't work every time. I wouldn't try to make that a strat. I mean, it's sort of a fly by the seat of your pants call. And it's risky, but hey, New Beginning showed you how to do it, and it worked.
so Ian gets the
it looks
gets
like we are
the
done.
code.
Thanks.
So congratulations, Ian. You get getting that code for you. It is being on its way.
What was that, Nerve?
It looks like we're moving to Angst. This is SBA's map pick. Hopefully, they have whatever comms issues they were just having fixed, because I'd like to see them bring it back here.
Yeah, this is our last match of the night, correct? I mean, I'd like to see this go the
No,
distance.
there's one more. We have BK versus.
Oh, really?
Off after this.
Oh, wow. Okay. Packed full of action tonight, folks. Stick around.
Yeah,
Monday
Apparently
we
I'm
always
gonna have to
four
crack open another Red
matches.
Bull.
that's what I
I know,
did.
right? I wish I had another Red Bull. Oh, you guys are making me jealous.
I have a case. I have a
Just-
case and a half sitting right underneath me.
Yeah, I'm sitting on 2 cases.
You know what, guys? It's not really that important how much Red Bull you have. Okay, what's important here is how little I have.
I'll send you some. How about that? I'll send you. A case.
Yeah, I'll overnight.
Yeah,
you
well, you know what? You guys just
cans.
you guys just both send me a case.
Okay, overnight or can I 3-day delivery? Like, I mean, you're
no,
not
I
gonna
don't
get
wanna
them in
make you
time
pay
for the.
extra.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
As long as it's here before next Monday.
All right. There's the straight out right to Ian. There you go. You got your code.
Congratulations, Ian.
He is subscriber that wins.
Yeah, whatever, Ian. I believe Ian's a hacker.
You think he hacked the random
Yeah, I think he's a hacker.
generator? Yeah.
Those.
I could,
Now
I-
he knows.
see
He
that.
know this is sort of an inside joke, but those Irish boys, they're up to. They can be tricky fellows. And I'm sure once he hears this in chat, we'll all understand. He'll correct me, and he knows I'm just digging at him. But those Irish fellows, I'll tell you.
Super trustworthy, awesome people.
Yeah, like really, like just super calm and level-headed and everything. I mean, yeah, you
Yep.
gotta watch out for those
Yeah,
Irish.
exactly.
Interesting pick by MB. They're putting faith yet again in Ricciota in that E50M. I'll drink a Red Bull to you
Maybe
for
the
you,
E50M
sir.
just has not been given a chance. Maybe it deserves more
I mean,
of a
it has
chance.
amazing gun handling and amazing RBRT abilities. But yet again, on Ensk, I mean, it's got you can't put it in the railroad tracks. It's too tall. You could push it down the 8-9 line. You really, because of the long nose and how far you have to pull out on the so in the urban scenario, trying to go around a building, I don't see it. I mean, you're pretty much gonna have to stick from 5-line over. I mean, maybe do some sniping from D5 or the little building cubby right there in the HG area. What do you guys think?
I think it's going to be either in the 5 or the 1. It could possibly push with the bad chat, like through field, but if it does that and they send their heavies towards the city, it could just be asking for a quick overmatch from SBA.
Which I love SBA's pick right now.
They have a good lineup. I'm not huge on the IS4, but it can work in these city maps.
MB really putting all.
I mean, it's a side scraping beast.
Yes, it is. But running that double set of T57 heavies and a pair of E5s, I mean, that's a staple, man. Running that with the E4. Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish the IS4 was, or maybe even one of those E5s. I wish one of them was an E100.
Yeah. Having that double punch ability of 2 tanks that can hit 700 to 800 a shot. Yeah, I agree.
It looks like we're all picked up, and here we go. Yeah, and the extra hit points, the powerful gun. I mean, the E100's growing on me quickly.
I love mine to death.
I keep seeing big teams have success with it, and yeah, it's just, You know, you're like watching the hit point percentages go down for both teams, and then you're just like, oh yeah, that's right. They have two E100s, so the hit point percentage is skewed.
See, those are real eggs.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's
Hard-boiled. Not roasted. Nothing. I just burst.
I don't know. I'm a huge fan. I've had the E100 since the E5 was 4 days, 4 days. E100 within a week. Because that E75 grind back in the day, the E75 sucked. That was back when the M103 had actually a turret that could hold up. Who's gonna get the shots down the lines? Let's see. I truly feel Need a Disc missed out on the opportunity there of coming up the railroad tracks.
That batch hat needed to spot the tracks. The batch hat could move up, spot, and they would have had something to shoot at. I thought they were going to use the batch hat for vision, but I guess they got another plan.
Yeah, I mean, you had with the E4 and the IS4. I mean, you had plenty of opportunity. Unawal getting stuck on the wall.
You can already see SBA is starting to move up right off the bat here. Risk needs to be careful not to get too overly zealous there. But yeah, you know what? And they're gonna see these mediums coming. All right, so now.
Yeah, and now you got to push, right?
El Gacho knows that the mediums are out there, and I'd like to see SBA start pushing right now. If they wait, it's gonna be trouble.
Yeah, because I mean they have a superior overmatch.
Massive overmatch right now. Especially these IS7s are not in great positions.
No, they're flat out.
From NB.
Here they come. Here comes those mediums. They gotta go.
Yes, I like what Risk did there. He just completely skipped those E5s. Just go in there, smoke those IS7s.
Is it too late though?
Oh, those E5s are out of the fight. No, it's not. It's not too late. They just need to make these shots count.
Ooh, Amorak.
Now take out one of these E5s as fast as possible. Amorak on Risk there too. Oh, they're not shooting at the same targets.
Nope. Now they're all lining up on. Wow.
Okay, now they are.
This E4
Wow.
clutch shot, man. 971.
Wow.
Nice
Huge
rotation.
hit point advantage here.
And I love the rotation. Instantly, everybody rotated at one time, looking at the mediums inbound.
Yeah, SBA looked really good with that push.
Yep, that was a perfect push right there.
Oh, Griffin was just reloading, just a couple more seconds, but he should get a disc here. Yeah, if not, Rubicon.
Yeah, I don't think.
Rich, right? Oh no, Rich doesn't get him.
Oh, Rich misses it. That was an awkward shot there for Rich. I mean,
Gaucho,
all right.
El Gacho is reloaded. Oh no,
No, he just put in his last shot.
that sucks.
We need to get Wargaming to have a separate loading bar for autoloaders so you can actually see each shot in the clip.
Right. Good call. SBA, 61% of their health remaining.
Oh, Gacho getting
Unreal.
Yeah. I mean, they went in there and literally went gangbusters.
Yeah, and they're not even gonna let needed disc get away here. They're just, oh no, Smokers. I thought Smokers was gonna push up on him. It looks like he may have changed his
I think
mind.
he's waiting. I mean, he's
Gonna have shots
he's
right
waiting.
here.
there. It is.
And there it
there it
is. 61% health remaining. GG SBA. That was done very well. With the tank remaining back and waiting just in case they try to flank. With that little bit of information, they were able to push in on those guys in the town. Damage spread on SBA. I mean, that's as good as it gets, folks. You've got, I mean, everyone is up and above 1,200 damage. The Batchat putting up 21, 20. Yeah, I mean, you got the E5s with 15 to 1,900 damage, a kill in there. The E4, 18, 78. The 57 heavies, now these tanks are lethal, right? If you get a clip off, you can in pen every shot. We all saw what the Immortals did to me on the
Oh, yes.
the stream the other night, the charity stream. That's what happens. I was down to fart in the wind. I was a one-shot life support. So those 57 heavies are lethal. 3592 with 2 kills, 2442 with 3 kills. The IS4 coming in doing its thing, 1336. SBA, GG. That's what you want to get out of your team right there. On the other side, New Beginning, a little different than last time in the round before. Not much coming out. I mean, you got an IS7 putting up donuts. You got another IS7 not even pushing 600 damage. An E5 not pushing 500 damage. Yeah, I mean, they just didn't have a chance.
No.
Yeah, everything went towards the SBA side. GG.
Yeah, that was.
Now, just to clarify in chat here, I was taking a dig at Ian and saying that those Irish boys are up to no good and he's untrustworthy, he's a hacker. The joke is Ian isn't Irish, he's actually Scottish. And he doesn't really like being called Irish. That's how it works over there. For you North American people, if you guys don't understand, not that they don't get along, whatnot, but if you're Irish, you're Irish. If you're Scottish, you're Scottish. He is a proud Scottish boy. He's a proud member of our clan, a recently promoted member of our team.
I told everybody that was
Bad about the guy. I mean,
the code was a
he's a
biggie.
fantastic part of this community. He's a fantastic part of DP, and I'm just ribbing him. He's not Irish. He's not lucky. He's Scottish. He's just angry. That's all it is.
I'm still standing by Irish people are awesome and trustworthy.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't trust him. You can't at all. Can't trust him at all.
I'm gonna step away from
they
cheap
are
tickets here, guys.
trustworthy. They are trustworthy.
No, you can't trust him. You can't. And I'm just kidding around. I have no idea.
Looks like NB is definitely going to change up their lineup. I mean, they still have the potential to pick 2 more mediums, but they went with 257 heavies here. Only one there's the second IS7.
Yeah, this is more like it. And when playing 770, you don't have the luxury of having a speedy, low to the ground, high vision light tank. So you've got to use something that's got the range and the mobility, and that's the Batchat. So if you're not going to use that tank for your quick spots down the tracks, then I'm not really sure how useful that tank is. It's early game stuff. Batchat can, yeah, sure. End game can get in there and flank, and when all the heavies are distracted going head to head, sure, get those pops in from the rear, but you want to try using it to get that early vision.
I think if
So
you
let's
were
see
going
if
to flank like
either of
they
the teams do
flanked
that.
there, they could have used the Batchats to actually, once SBA made their move, they could use those Batchats to go up the 5 line and shoot those tanks in the courtyard from behind. I do think that I think the E50 was too slow to be a flanker on this map. On any map, really. It's just not fast. It's just not fast. You know. Had they just maybe done 2 Batchats, it would have been all right. Looks like we're picked up.
It just doesn't have the DPM either. It's reloads just as fast as heavy, and it's lacking in the armor and the health and everything else. So that E50M, man, I'm telling you, it's great in pubs, but I'm not seeing a place for it in
competitive,
competitive play. Yeah, I don't see it.
exciting. So it's still do or die for SBA. And then and then MB reeling from that literal redheaded stepchild beating that they got last time from SBA. All right, are they gonna? Clutch gonna get up in the spot so he can get some shots. There's one. You're Clutch. You're not spotted, man. Roll forward. Roll forward.
Risk drove into that train. We may see some damage here on Smokers. Is there anyone gonna land it? I don't. No one's gonna get it.
Nope. No one led the round out.
Little bit of luck. Little bit of luck there.
Clutch could have pulled up at least about another, unless he's not sure of his crew. He probably could have moved up another grid and spotted all of them.
He got everyone. He got like the last 5 tanks there.
Kind of have a traffic jam here with SBA. They don't know what to do. Everybody's waiting on everybody. NB going into the typical meta. Gaucho out there in the field. Now, do you think, would you guys go ahead and call it, get into the kill box, or stay out of the kill box right there at E2?
Okay, who? Who are you
SBA,
talking about?
From SBA, have to go all the way in the kill box, or just?
I wouldn't put anyone in there. No. I think it's because if the push does happen, then whoever's in there is gonna die, and they may still have cover behind some of those buildings there. It's risky. I think having that IS-4 and that E5 though side by side in that hold down position may be a bit much. I think it looks like we may see a push. It looks like they may almost go in and push on this 57 heavy IS-7.
Oh, Carlos getting lucky.
I'm not sure.
Monk just missed his shot. I mean, Luke did put a round into him, and then Carlos's round went into the tracks. Ooh.
Nice little flank here by SBA. I'm liking this. Smoker's got to make those shots count. There you go. Although he is paying for it, Clutch is just landing shot after shot. NB is at a pretty significant hit point disadvantage right now.
Yeah, even with that full health E100. I mean, that IS-4 definitely holds a lot of health pool, but
you know it's getting smashed. This is actually, this is pretty close.
Yeah, it's very close right now. Oh,
Smoker's
wow.
down. That's
There
another
goes the
57
E4.
heavy. That's big.
Gotcha.
They both lost
Loaded.
one. Guacho came with a nice little flank here. Oh, now he's in reload.
Oh man, why wouldn't you come in with the full clip?
Oh!
Scorpius is gonna let him roll.
Clutch is gonna live though. That's important. The fact that he's even still alive. Oh, Risk needs to help out Rich here, and he needs to kill this IS-7. Need a disc.
Yeah, you need to get hit. You need to get that gun out of the game, and face hugging. Now this is like what you want to do when it comes to face hugging, so your opponent can't hit you. Disc went down. Monk's still in there
Oh,
firing.
Scorpius
but I
is
think he missed
going
his
down
shot
here
there.
any second.
This is back and forth.
Oh, Guacho can't get the shot in.
Yeah,
Oh,
you can't
no.
get the
Oh, this is
angle.
not-
Clutch. He's
I think
reloaded.
this is over. He's got nowhere
Oh,
to
was
go.
that Clutch's firing
That-
one shot? Wow. Wow.
Oh, wow.
MB.
What a game.
That went back and forth. That was,
Yeah.
you know what, match of the night right there for me so far. That was back and
That-
forth.
yeah.
GG's both teams.
Yeah, that was
Absolutely.
wow.
Clutch. Okay, so this is what I mean by like you gotta give it to him like 43-47. Pardon me, 43-74. 2 kills. Wow. The E100 staying alive, doing the E100 things. A couple kills, 22-21. The batch had on the other team. So, you know, okay, so they didn't want to use the vision. They went in there and actually used their guns and they got in the mix. GG's to both batch hats. 41-38. Is it Elgato?
Elgato.
I think we're
What is
going
on
with
there?
El Guacho.
Guacho.
El Guacho, okay.
That's my
2 kills,
guess. I don't know.
41-38. I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, and the damage spread over there, it's funny
Yeah,
if you look at
yeah,
it.
look,
The
yeah.
damage spread's okay on the other team. It was back and forth. It came down to a couple tanks. When it's head-to-head back and forth like that, I mean, you can pretty much throw your spread out the window. It's coming down to RNG and who's landing their shots and who's getting lucky.
I mean,
When
like
Clutch
our
got
friend Ian
away
here in
after
chat.
dumping that second to last clip,
Yeah.
that was massive. He had like
Yeah.
you know looked like maybe 200 hit points left, and if anyone could have just killed him while he was running away, that game could have gone the other way.
yeah, I mean, and honestly,
I mean, like,
it
it's
comes
funny.
up to that E4. I mean, the E4, if he could have got one more good pin shot into something, I think SBA would have won.
Yeah. I mean, and then you got the 57 heavies. It's funny how, like, you know, you say one thing and it becomes a different result. I mean, it sounds like we don't know what we're talking about, and maybe I don't.
Well, no,
But the 57 heavies doing the complete opposite of last time.
Well, but
Yeah, a
yet
couple
again,
kills in there, but
on SBA side though, they
When
did their
there's-
job.
yeah, and
When
so it
it
just really
becomes
comes down to
odds.
who's landing what.
I think a lot of times too is like when you have a big push from both teams, they at each other, and it becomes complete chaos like it was in there. You know, good teams are going to focus out those 57 heavies first.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and you're right. And I know, like I said, this really just came down to a bit of RNG, bit of lucky shots here and there. Some good flanks, some good pushes from both sides. I mean, both teams did very, very well. Came down to a few hundred hit points. So, thanks for the match of the night so far.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Let's see here. Alrighty, so we're gonna get ready for everything in here. Let me just do the blinky blinky. Alright, everybody, why don't you take a quick break? Get up, stretch your legs, go have yourself a glass of tea, grab a burrito,
A Red
Grab
Bull.
yourself a Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Grab yourself a Red Bull.
Oh, I knew it.
I'm just watching this replay here. I mean, this replay, it needs to be reviewed because it was just off the chain for a second there. It was just so much going on.
Yeah, right there. Clutch just drove away, and I think if Risk had ignored that shot, that last shot on that E100, I guess you know what, that E100 was one shot too. Maybe it wasn't necessarily a bad shot. It just bounced. Unfortunately, if it had landed, that this game could have gone differently too.
Well, then that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. If that
like
E4,
it's-
Just a couple things.
if that E4 of SBA would have landed at least one more round, I think it would have swung.
And then right here, Guacho, that E5 pulls back just in time. Scorpius pulls back just in time to get in cover. Guacho can't land the shot in time, and it takes him. And because of that, he can't escape. So, yeah, so many small circumstances determined the end of that game.
I don't even know what to say. I'm so like it was just so much. It was great. I mean, once again, match of the night. Still have another one coming, so we'll see. See if these two teams can top that.
BK
I'll be back
coming
in a few, guys.
Right.
All right.
There's the old Farts and Fogies logo, aged to perfection. The logo gets a little lost when you have to shrink it down.
Oh my God, Leech and his emojis.
Leech learned how to make emojis, and now he's the king.
Now he's out of control.
All right, I'm just going to step away for 2 more seconds and we turn on a little bit of music. All right, guys. BK versus Off coming up next. Stick around. Cam Daddy, Oxidative Stress and Triumph, Generalissimo, and I'm done. Remy, Gunbuggy, all those guys, great guys from Off. They're up in the house. Grove Rambler. I am great. Everybody else looks pretty new. So, return to BK. Stay tuned.
Jack it up.
Can you hear me?
Okie dokie. How's everything going? Did Dave leave you guys all alone? Oh, don't worry, I'm back. I'll make sure you guys aren't alone.
So this is for Clan Wars France. The maps already predetermined are Pilsen,
Oh God, really?
Swamp, and Cliff. I swear to you, it is. Alright, BK is telling me that Arctic Snake is with them. And Off is saying it's cool. Alright. Because it already got pre-approved. Pilsen. Why? This map really isn't that great for this, but I'm guessing that Clan Wars uses all the maps. Or maybe at least a good amount of them.
Somehow, apparently, our on there, right there.
What are you talking about?
Oh, they were. I had Devil Dog was saying that that the link for the Clan Wars France was gone. Nope, it's still there. It's under WNF production links and communities. All you're gonna do is open up that little sub file there, right there, all Discord channels. Click on it, and it's right there. It's second one on the list, right below us. So, starting to work on ranks on.
So, when it comes to our callers for our respected teams, I'm Greater You will be calling for BK. When it comes to OFF, you've got Oxidative, the General, and the Bad Dad. Depending on the map, one of those three guys will be calling for OFF. So they've got some depth there in terms of leadership and calling.
NFTG. Down over here. NFTG lost one of its members tonight. His name was Meatball. He was Smith's best friend. He's a good-looking pooch. Nice English bulldog.
Oh, that makes me sad.
What happened?
Old age.
Sniff's dog.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, Sniff. It's
Yeah.
man's best friend.
That's definitely tough.
hopefully
Weasel's
he's doing
asking
okay.
if you got a logo for off
Yeah, I do.
that he gave you. Did he upload it?
Well, yeah, and I have a box one also. Yet again, I do have to do a shout out here. So, this is for France, but the new one, the OG, is coming back, guys. You guys ready for this? It's awesome. It's going to be breaking grounds yet again from the people who brought you the 10-100 format and brought you the pretty much the meta for the format of 2 TDs, one of each type. And that's Clan Wars World at War. It's coming. There it is. World at War. Go check it out. There's, if you're looking to be a moderator, I'd love to join a great, I guess, can't say company. It would be,
Organization?
yes.
Faction? I like faction. Let's use faction.
Well, yeah, especially it's Axis versus Allies. It's a whole new way of thinking. I love. Here, I'll show you the map. They have the most up-to-date map. I don't know if I'm supposed to show this, but you know what? Damage. I'm in good graces with Damage, so I'm gonna throw that map up on the stream. I just realized I have the wrong logo. I have the right logo, but it's the wrong logo. I can't leave it up there due to the simple fact of, well, it has very suggestive artwork in it. So
What?
watch on stream, you'll see it.
Oh. See another Mill 2 here getting played. That's cool. I really want to play those tanks.
Just put that logo.
I started my free XP down the TD line. Not quite yet on the heavy side of things. Some of those, what's the tier 10 called? It's hard to pen. That turret's pretty strong.
The heavy, the Kronwagen.
Yeah, that thing is difficult. When it's hauled down, it's difficult to kill. Gotta shoot it in the cheeks, I believe.
You're
some heat.
not penning that turret.
Yeah, it's you gotta.
Yeah.
Not even in the
yeah,
cheeks? You can't get it in the cheeks?
No.
I mean, the tier
not
9
really.
you can hit in the cheeks. The tier 9 you can hit in the cheeks, though. I know that. At least I've had some luck
I
with
haven't
it.
looked at it on the whole line, but as far as tier 10 goes, like you need to shoot that thing in the hole.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, that turret is pretty much auto bounce anywhere in the front.
Yeah, it must be the tier 9 then I had some luck with shooting it in the cheeks. I think it's got a different angle Like it actually has cheeks, where the tier 10 is just sort of angled flat layer on top of layer of metal, right?
All right, so here's the map, guys. There it is. This is the new map that will be used. It's absolutely huge. But Axis versus Allies. So depending on how you want to rewrite history, here's your chance. They are making it so with this Clan Wars World at War. Kind of a sweet little setup that they got in a gig. I'll get the other logo, but here I'll flash this logo really fast because everybody here is kind of cool. There's the logo again. So go check it out over on their Discord. You can ask Damage right there in the WNF hub or the hub or anywhere. Just ping for Damage. He will get you taken care of.
Alright, oxidative stress saying that BK used their one mulligan. And that they only get one per whole match.
Mulligan?
As in they repicked a tank.
Oh, I want to see the Victorian. I want one so bad, but I can't afford it. So, Wargaming, if you're watching, all I want for Christmas is the Victoria. I heard it's pretty awesome.
Alright, looks like both teams are ready. Start this up.
Righty. So he's asleep, but I'm gonna have to.
Alright, Bleach, you want to go down off?
Yeah, we got, and I'm done rolling in the M41 Bulldog. Oxidative rolling in the E50. Duckman in the T10. Triumph in the E75. Beast in the Conqueror. The Bad Dad in the Conqueror. Cam Daddy in the Conqueror. 3 Conquerors, an E75, a T10, an E50, and a Bulldog. Not bad.
Alright, we got Irock in the Victoria. We got Wacken Tankin. Wait, how do you say this? Wacken Tanka.
Walking
Batch at
Tank
AP.
89.
Walking tank. Walking tank.
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm struggling.
I'm great. IS3. Viper Vortex T10. Arctic Snake in the Emil 2. Valkyrie Cruiser Conqueror. And Rove Rambler in a Conqueror. You had to add the names in.
My side was much easier to read or decipher. Sometimes it's like trying to read hieroglyphics, man. Like I struggle with some of these tags, man. Like like I'm saying, they're very creative. That's for sure.
This is this looks like BK was gonna make some kind of straight push up here, and then they changed their mind, and Tanka ended up still going. So he's not gonna be leaving that spot anytime soon, I don't think.
Oh, those Conquerors are stuck.
I'd like to.
E50s were. That's a bad corner, man. They're just getting melted.
Yeah, that's a bad corner. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that area. I'd like to see the light tank from off go around and flank.
Get a let's get a up close personal view of Yeah, that corner is like really exposed. You see Revenge Beast, just Reverend Beast, sorry. They have to poke out pretty far. There it is, the Bad Dad connecting. And they're completely hold down. I don't know why you would stay there. I mean, you can't get them.
I think once you're there, you're pretty committed. I mean, because they can fire between the next building and that. Like, you can't really run from that area once you're there.
Well, it looks like if they're going to do anything now, this would be the moment in time to do it with great putting pressure. That's a third Conqueror bounce on I Am Great. On his IS-3. E50
They're
rips him up
taking
that time.
out the Arctic Snake here, and I think Arctic Snake just forced. I think he just changed to ammo during a reload.
Not good. Welcome to the Meltdown Late Night. Me and Leech pounding down some Red Bulls while Nerve suffers.
Oh, they're so good.
I don't know why you guys have to still be talking about it. BK's kind of bringing this back a bit here. Off needs to oxidative stress really in the open. You can't circle well in an E50. Sometimes it's really not even worth it because you just present your side to them is essentially what you're doing.
Yeah, because it turns like a bus. Viper getting ammo
Yeah, you ever
rack.
try and circle anyone in a bus? That's what the E50's like.
Oh, that tank is actually huge. If you ever look at it in the garage compared to an E100, you're like, wow.
Oh yeah, it's massive.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
E50 is massive.
Oh, oxidative stress just going in again. Oh, he's circling.
E-brake, e-brake, e-brake. Or have a Conqueror
At
back
least,
up.
at least with the e-brake, it has helped the E50's ability to readjust. But still, overall, like he would have been better off rather than circling that Victoria. He just would have been better off ramming him.
And there's the Ram.
Saved it up for that bat chat.
Totally worth it.
All right, damage spread on OFF, pretty good. Got the Conqueror putting a kill in, 1,023. All three Conquerors, 3 kills each, or 1 kill each, I should say, 3 in total. 23-17 coming from the Bad Dad. Cam Daddy, 2297, looking pretty good. Oxidative coming in with the E50 with the Ram kill at the end. 2 kills, 33-21. I like seeing those numbers. Triumph with the E75 getting a kill. Everyone's really contributing to be for the most part. Duckman, hey, just wasn't your match today. Got a couple more opportunities here to put up some damage and get a kill. BK on the other side, Viper, really the only one that was doing anything. Got the kill, put up a bit of damage. 23-64. I mean, that's respective for a 7-on-7 tier 9 heavy type scenario. For the most part, the rest of those guys, it looks like they got locked up in that one corridor there with OFF sitting hauled down with the protection from the hills and the terrain. That's what I think kind of is the issue with this map is one side stronger than the next. Nerve brought up how there's an easier point of travel to get to the cap if you wanted to cap and put pressure on. There's not much room for flanking. You're really exposed if you try. Yeah, it's sort of a if you have that spawn, you're pretty much guaranteed to win unless you really overstep and miss your shots and make major mistakes. Let's see what OFF does from the other side of the map, and let's see if BK can capitalize on their positioning.
Did BK lose someone?
Ooh, yeah, they have 6. Did you switch sides already? I'm just trying to get my scoreboard right.
Yes. Yep, I did.
Hmm.
Do you like your Red Bull ice cold, or do you like to have it sit out for a little bit before you crack that can, Hells?
Honestly, I'd like to have it. I tend to find if it's really super cold, I drink it really fast. But if I let it sit and mellow, I sip it.
You can kind of sip at it and
Yeah.
enjoy it. Yeah, I'm sipping mine. It's going down really well.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not about like pounding them, and they were like, "Why don't you just pound it?" And I'm like,
I've been kicked. You just kicked me? What are you doing? I'm gonna need you to open the lobby, please. But I do, they got this new flavor that I'm trying out. I don't know if you guys are big into grapefruit, but it's like grapefruit juice. It's so good.
Oh man, that's
Do you guys
been
have
out.
those flavors? Yeah, see, I'm up in Canada, man. Once it takes a while to get north of the wall, right? I mean, you've got it's a big wall, man. Right? We've all seen Game of Thrones. Well, that's what borders the States and Canada. It looks just
Are
like
you?
that.
You're almost making me feel like Canadians are actually White Walkers.
We are. We're not White Walkers. We're the free.
Oh,
folk.
you're the
the free folk. Yeah.
I've never watched one episode.
It's awesome. It's a
Oh,
great
man,
show.
you're
It
you're
takes a while to
missing
get
out.
into. I mean,
No,
this
it
last
doesn't.
season made everything worthwhile.
Few episodes. Few episodes.
Well, I'm into
No,
the
yeah.
action thing too, right? Like I like watching what was one of the most action-packed shows of all time, Spartacus. I mean, that was nonstop carnage. Vikings does a pretty
Heck
good
yeah.
job. The budget's just
You
not
ever
really
watch
there for the
Rome?
Vikings. No, I haven't tried it yet. I was a buddy of mine actually gave me a couple box sets. I think it's Rome.
It's
Is there-
only
no, maybe-
two seasons, and they are amazing.
Okay,
It's
so then that's
sweet.
it. I got
It
the
was
season set.
only meant to be 2 seasons. It's perfect.
Okay. Yeah, and sometimes they overdo it, right? With some series, they go way too far with it. But no, but Game of Thrones, it just seems like there'd be armies marching towards each other. You know, the two brothers, you get Stannis Baratheon and what was the other guy's name? Like he died early. Sorry, spoiler alert. And they march their armies, and then they literally like high five each other, and they don't fight. It's like, come on, man! Like I thought we were gonna fight, but I mean, this last season, wow, jeez. The budget was
Yeah,
unbelievable. It's just like I could. Oh man, I can't wait for next season.
There's only like 6 episodes left.
I know, right? What am I gonna do with myself?
How? I don't even know how. I'm not even sure how that possibly will work out. Did they get? Oh no. Nope. I don't think
No, yeah, there's a
Black
Ren.
Suns.
I know how I'm gonna deal with myself. I'm gonna help run one of the most fantastic leagues in World of Tanks history, the NWL. Can you throw that logo up for me again, House, please?
Yep,
And thank you.
Yep. It's going up. Right there. NWL.
National World of Tanks League coming at you in 2018. Tank on tank action. Some of the
Prizes.
top clans in North America.
And prizes. Out the
Prizing.
wazoo.
It's going to be so great. I'm so excited for everyone. We're going to run a tester league, see how things work out, you know, work out the kinks, and then we're going to launch it for you guys. I'm hoping to get a big response from the community. This is for everyone.
Yeah.
We're going to incorporate the Wednesday Night Fight rankings. We're going to add in the fantasy draft so you can pick your players, have your own roster, tune in, cheer on your teams, win some prizing. I mean, it's just going to be fantastic. Stream after stream after stream. We're going to pump it out left and right.
Yep.
Support from Wargaming, support from you guys is what we need next. Really looking forward to it. That's how I'm going to occupy my time when Game of Thrones goes off the air. That's going to be the new thing to watch. People are going to be tuning in to watch the National World of Tanks League, and they're gonna be like Game of Thrones. I've never even heard of it. It's the National World of Tanks League. It's where it's at.
Yeah, I'm
Stay tuned for more information.
super excited. I mean, the prize pool alone is going to be that I have been secretly. There's a reason why I've been talking to nobody is because I've been behind doors and trying to get everything taken care of, and the prize giveaway, and then on top of that, so I want everybody to realize. So you're going to have the normal prizing that would come out with the league, plus players of the week, team owners of the week, fantasy owners of the week, fantasy players of the week, and then that doesn't even count in all the codes that get giveaway during the shows, during the streams. So I'm talking.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna. I mean, we're talking like it's gonna be Christmas, 24/7. You know, like once the season starts, it's just like gift after gift after gift after gift, and I'm happy to give this to you guys. I'm hoping you guys are gonna enjoy it and sign up and get involved. It's gonna be a good time.
I want to hallelujah,
Trust me.
and we're gonna give away
Oh.
code #NWL. You get a code #NWL.
Code time.
Yeah. Okay. So real quick, I do want to say maybe off was listening earlier, or they already had this as a plan, but they did bring a bat chat Artie.
Yeah, I want to.
And I'm gonna start it up.
Yeah, give her.
So this is gonna be pretty good.
I am excited about this, and I think that's actually a pretty good one. I think having a high fire rate is going to be effective here.
Be interesting to watch. See how they adapt this Artie into play. No, I just dropped one of my caramels. I'm addicted to these M&M caramels. If you have one of those with a Red Bull, it's like heaven. Better than sex, I swear to God.
Where's Lady Death right now? That poor
I
woman.
can hear her walking this way. I think she heard that. Are you telling me Red Bull and
Oh, now look at. Hey, here is another good reason Batchat Artie was a good pick. It spawned by itself.
Did you hear me?
If it had
she's
been a
in the
slow
room.
Artie, that could have been.
That I said those M&M caramels and Red Bull are better than sex. Generalissimo really pushing up in that far in that shoot lane.
Yeah, he doesn't even know that BK is literally around that corner, does he?
No,
He has no idea. He's about to. This
Wankin,
Batchat needs to stay unspotted.
yeah, Waken. Nope, there he goes.
Oh,
But now Road Rambler and the other Conquerors might. Do they have a shot? No, he's pretty pulled down right there. I mean, you look at the.
Batchat Artie's probably gonna have shots on the Emil.
Honestly, I would have kept seeing what you could get. You know, rotating that Artie with the speed and mobility that it does have, parking it in K3, because it would still be able to shoot over these buildings. Right there, he
but
could be completely exposed.
Oh, HE goes into Arctic Snakes Emil. Yeah, but the reason you can't just leave it in K3 is because you don't know what kind of spawns the other team has.
Well, it's like their light tank. Their light tank is over there just checking it out. But I think they're already stuck now. He fired. And
he
went.
lands.
Did he?
Small. Yeah, small, man. It may have just been splash. Yeah, I don't know. I think he could just go ahead and reposition. I'm not sure. Maybe it's not necessary. It's not necessary yet.
I still feel that maybe picking a tier 7. All right, there's 553 out of them.
Yeah, it's paying off. Now Valkyrie is 2-shot. Nice shot there from Viper into General.
All right, he should be almost reloaded. Yep, there it is. Starting to release some
I'd like to see. Oh man, nice. He's just tearing Valkyrie apart. I'd like to see.
Valkyrie's double tracked. He's almost loaded again.
They are up a tank. They're up a tank right now.
Ooh, Arctic Snake taking a big hit.
They are losing the hit points, and Artie is just kind of pegging away at them.
Yep, that one was an AP round. I think I would keep that premium HE round loaded into the tubes. You don't need to swing for the home run. Just keep doing what you're doing and get get an RBI.
Oh, it hits.
Hits that pipe.
It's one of those.
And
Yeah, it hits the pipe.
that was also another AP shell.
Oh no.
Whacking
Tanka's
a
out in
tank.
the open. Is he gonna? Oh, he barely gets out of there.
Gun Buggy's reloaded again. Who's he gonna target? I don't know who he's targeting.
He went for the bat trap. Off doing a really nice job here of just bleeding BK. And BK's... Oh, it looks like Off's making a push right here. Triumph here pushes up to the dead tank. Big shot, 506. Like to see them get rid of Rove Rambler.
Remy trying to get him, but enough to turn his turret. And
Yeah. Oh, nice shot there by him. Great.
nice push, though.
Oh,
by
but now
Off.
he's got an E50. E50 right in his back. That's bad news. I'm Great puts in a shot, and it's all over here. 7 tanks alive for Off. Nice job using that. Already forced BK to play aggressive on the side that's usually the camping side.
Well, he did
Yeah, they
1,000, but
they
yeah,
took control there.
that really was amazing how he literally shut down a full shooting lane.
Yeah, yeah.
Go ahead, Leech, and run it down.
Break it.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, breaking that down. The WZ, or as the free folk from the north would say, the WZ, 1114, putting up a kill, 22-26. Diardi putting up 1,068. Conqueror, 1154. The E50, 2 kills, 2853. E75 with a kill, 2383. The Bulldog putting some hits in, being a menace, 769. OFF across the board, looking great.
Yeah.
Duckman, T10, 3 kills, 1497. Beautiful. Moving over here to the BK side, a little different. Got a couple donuts, some Cheerios there in the bowl. Valkyrie, sure, man, the Conqueror there, he's doing his job. I mean, 23-67, I mean, that's good, but the rest of the guys just weren't there. This is a tricky map, guys. It's gonna take a big adjustment. It's gonna take a lot of training, a lot of practice to come up with these special spots where you can get those viewpoints and those opportunities to land your shots. I mean, here I'm saying the other side of the map's stronger. OFF proving me wrong once again tonight. That bat chat already was doing its job. I'm not a big fan. I mean, I know there's some guys in my team that want to use the Artie, and I'm like, no, we're not going to use the Artie. Maybe we're going to start playing with that a little bit. I do think there is.
Don't do it.
There is a reason for it. There is a purpose for it. I just haven't figured it out yet in terms of the strategies that we run. We've got some new guys in play right now coming up with some concepts, so you might see DP running them. I do like seeing them when they work. When they don't work and it's just sort of a dead tank out there, I mean, you're down a tank. I mean, you're handicapping yourself. So you got to make sure that it's the right map for that particular type of tank, which, of course, the Artie. But, yeah, OFF looking good, man.
Interesting.
GG.
Swamp Encounter. I've never seen a Swamp Encounter played in comp. So
Conquest of North America, that was a deciding map. We never got to it. We did practice it a little bit because there was a possibility of having to play it. Yeah, I don't even know what kind of strategies or metas you could have for that, but Artie would probably play a factor on that map. Swamp for sure. Did we get a winner on that giveaway?
That's what I'm looking for right now. No one. No one wants. Okay. Well, I'll keep the T127 and the 500,000 silver and a week's worth of premium to myself then. That's the difference with me. Everybody's like, oh, I'm going to hand you out this. And I'm like, I'd rather you be like, oh my God, look what they just, like what Ian did. That put a big smile on my face when he went, whoa.
Well, maybe they just didn't hear. Maybe they just didn't hear it. Maybe we should give them one more opportunity.
All right, well, we could do that. It'd be a
So-
little smaller package.
So what was it? The first person that types hashtag NWL in the chat will get a code starting now.
Do it.
All your music.
See you in 7 minutes.
YouTube Red.
I have to say thank you guys. You guys have made this Monday, after a very, very not so great weekend, you two have definitely cheered me up and made this Monday awesome.
Yeah, no problem, man. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be a part of this. I get a kick out of watching these teams compete and have fun. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. It's always a good time. Hats off to you, Hells. You've done over and above and beyond what any would ever expect from a streamer and a member of this community. So I mean, it really comes down to what you've done for us. So this is a way for me to say thank you and to come out and have some fun. Yeah, it's been a great night.
Well,
Probably
thank
one of
you.
the better nights that we've had in a while, for sure.
Yep, and the crowd interaction's been amazing. All right, so over on off, bringing out the Bulldog pair, E50s, Bad Chat, and Trio of Conquerors. You can't go wrong with that lineup. There's no downside.
No, it looks pretty strong. No, that looks pretty strong. And then you've got the ISU 152, which is, that thing hits hard. If you can keep that hidden, it's going to hit hard. If you can land your shots, look out. I got a baby bat, an IS3. I like the IS3. I like the baby bat. You got some mobility and some speed and some alpha. The triple T10 combo, that's pretty deadly. Lots of speed, alpha, troll armor, and then the Emil 2. This Emil 2, it's been used quite a bit tonight. And so far I like what I see.
Yeah, I mean, that Emil
Yeah, it
2,
seems to be pretty successful.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
And it looks cool. It just looks
Yeah, it's cool looking for sure. I'll have a look here at those cheeks here. No, it doesn't have cheeks either. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't think
know
you
what
can-
I was hitting.
Yeah, I don't think you can pen that turret either.
No, you can't. Huh.
And it's funny
All right, well.
how small the actual turret is. Because the rest of that's nothing but steel plate.
Now, I'm not a big fan here of where Tanka is, because he's going to be kind of stuck there, and he's their mobility.
Ooh, I Am Great took a big hit. Who delivered that round? Maybe a double.
Yeah, I
double
would have
from
liked to
the
see that
East?
bad chat. That bad chat could have flanked a little bit and had a look down the 8 line. Maybe creeped up to like F9 and kept
Yeah.
some of their guys lit. He's bogged down now. He's not getting out of there. And if he pokes, they know where he is. If he pokes, he could get punished for it. He's not really spotting much right now. Maybe a bit of a misplay there. Viper went down early.
Yeah, those E50s, man, they are putting in work. Another
I'm
big
Great's
hit.
one shot.
That was gun buggy that time with that one.
The problem here is
Ooh.
he may be behind that T10, but the top of that turret on the IS3 is still a weak spot.
Yeah, that sheet metal top. And if anybody
Yeah, and I'm pretty confident that's what they shot.
Yeah, I mean, all right, smart move here. Remy and Stress going to go out wide. Didn't Oxidative used to have 2 S's in his name?
No, I don't think so. Okay, so Remy's the only one that actually got through unspotted. Triumph may take some damage here,
Oh, Remy rolled.
although he is behind that building.
Remy is on his top. And Triumph is...
And I was just gonna.
Oh, no.
No, you don't want to touch him. Don't touch him. Don't. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. You make it
I
worse.
was just gonna say, welcome back, Remy, to OFF. He was. I'm not sure if he's calling. No, he's not calling, but he was their leader a year and a bit ago, maybe almost 2 years. He left, went to a clan called, was it Havoc? I think he went to Havoc. Man, it looks like he's
Tonka's
rejoined
dead.
his buddies.
Tank is in trouble.
Oh,
Oh,
my
wow.
God.
He just got obliterated out of the map.
How to
Yeah,
get rid of the...
OFF
This
smell
is-
blood here, I think.
Off is playing well.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. They've been doing this for a long time, man. I'm not surprised. This guy's been around for a long time.
I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to rename it How to Delete a Bad Chat AP in less than 3 seconds.
The problem
And in
here,
all
too,
honesty,
is
these
that
guys-
you have the mill is completely preoccupied by a bulldog. He can't even do anything because he's staring at a bulldog. So that bulldog doesn't even have to fire his gun. He's being about as effective as he needs to be, really.
IROC
Now
is
the mill
looking-
does turn around. And
Oh
that
my.
T10 gets late. Yeah. Yeah. Every time off comes around a corner, someone's tank disappears from the game.
Yeah.
86% health remaining.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't know
a
if
lot
I've
of
seen
hit
that
points.
happen yet.
That's
Yeah,
massive.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I'm gonna go down this real quick. The Bad Dad, 4 kills, 2351. Cam Daddy, a kill, 2021. Remy, I was saying welcome back to OFF, Remy, but I don't know. 59, or sorry, 594. I almost said 54. Gun Buggy, what, 2191? Triumph 80. I mean, things happen so quickly, guys. The damage spread. I mean, some of these tanks just didn't have an opportunity to fire because all their buddies are killing everything in front of them. There is a full bowl of Cheerios on that other team over there right now. BK.
Yeah.
Back to the drawing board, boys. And in all honesty, I mean, the right attitude. Just keep at her. Keep trying. I like the triple T10s. I'm not a fan of the ISU 152. Might want to try something out. The Emil, like Nerd pointed out, maybe preoccupied with something that probably shouldn't have been addressed. Yeah, honestly, OFF. These guys got the right approach to every single scrim that I've ever competed with them. I mean, these guys will come back and come back and come back every time with a smile on their face, regardless of the outcome.
Yes.
And the fruits of their labor have paid off tonight. Like, wonderful job, guys. Hats off to you, GG, BK, guys. Just keep at it. I mean, you're starting to get it. I just tonight wasn't your night. Yeah, I mean, tomorrow's another day. Keep at it, keep training, keep practicing. GG's.
Off James 0243. Congrats. You get a win. A really nice code. So here we go. I'll send it right over to you here. It was a great night of tanking. Really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Tell me how that replay looks of him getting absolutely melted.
Yeah, it happened fast, and like I said, I don't think I've seen 86% health remaining on a team before.
Either.
So yeah, the I Am Great just went down. Having the bat chat pushed up there didn't allow him to actually
Well,
utilize the gun.
Well,
So he
yeah,
was
you-
hiding the whole time.
Yeah, utilize that tank in its own element. That,
Yeah, I mean, hiding him behind a rock just, like I said, maybe a bit of a misplay. And then at this point, OFF is flanking. This is where Remy takes a spill. Welcome back, Remy. And then, yeah, they were just kind of hunkered down, and then like with Nerve pointing out that the Emil. I should have turned around to help his buddies out. Yeah, OFF was playing like a possessed maniac tonight. Just completely annihilate this tank here. That bat chat AP went down in less than a second, man. I swear it was like a tenth of a second.
right?
Completely melted. Yeah, like his tank is melted. I don't even think it went back to the garage. It's gone so far. Yeah, BK, just keep at it, guys. Like I said, you can't let like you're never gonna learn from winning all the time. You're gonna learn from your mistakes and nights like tonight. You know, what could we do differently? Take some notes, jot it down, ask some of the team leaders in the community, what can we do next? How can we improve? For the most part, I think your tanks look pretty good. I just don't like that TD. I'm not a fan of that TD in comp play. I'm not really a fan of TDs in general. But for the most part, I just think this comes down to experience. And OFF has been around for a long time, man. And they looked really good tonight.
Yes.
But that was fast. That was fast. That's the fastest match I've seen OFF do, and that I can recall. And with 86 health remaining, 86% health. Wow. Unreal.
Yeah, that definitely took the cake on that one, man. That was
Yeah.
incredible way to end your evening if you're in off.
Yeah, those guys, I mean, retire now, boys. It doesn't get any better than that.
Yep, all done. Alrighty. So, gave away the code. Congratulations to James. Yeah. Nerve, you have any some closing thoughts?
Yeah, you know what? We just had some really good matches tonight. We got to see some different maps get played, and I think overall it went pretty well. It's definitely fun to watch, that's for sure. Gave away some good codes too.
Yes. Had a lot of fun doing it.
Keep in mind, people, that Wednesday night's stream is very much so stacked. So definitely tune in at 8 p.m. Eastern for that.
Yeah, that one is a not to miss scenario on that one. You can't.
Who do we got playing again?
Here, I'll pull it.
Immortals versus UGCC, NFTG
Okay.
versus Nightmare, and Eye
Okay.
for an Eye versus VGA.
Wow, yeah. Six great teams. Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. Sounds pretty awesome to me, boys.
Yeah. Same tank channel. Same great.
Yeah, same tank time. Yeah, same tank time, same tank channel. There you go.
Well,
I don't think half the viewers understand what that's from, but the older folks, if you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Adam West.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Adam West.
Yeah. Best Batman ever.
Oh my
I didn't
goodness.
need to wear a padded suit. That was pure Adam West under that costume.
Oh, got any? What's your closing thoughts there, sir?
I mean, okay, so match of the night, it has to be the SBA NB. Thank you guys. That was awesome. That was probably one of the most action-packed streams we've had in a while that I've viewed live. I really enjoyed that, so I appreciate that. OFF looking good here towards the end of the night. We've, like Nerf said, we had some interesting maps played, and it's okay to have some diversity and try new things and what works and doesn't work and keep things fresh, and I appreciate that. I want to thank Nerv and Hells for having me again tonight. It was a lot of fun. I think we put on a pretty good show for you guys. Some really great info been put out there, some fantastic codes given away. I don't think it gets any better than this. So I just want to say thanks, and we'll hopefully see you guys come Wednesday, and then we got Friday. I mean, it's just every other night, tank on tank action coming from Wednesday night fights. Pretty good to me.
Yes, sir. You're very welcome there, James. I'm glad you were here to be able to get that code. My closing thoughts, remember, it always takes a team to win. Even though there's an I in it, there needs to be a team in there too. So, and we saw a lot of that tonight. And then, super excited that we got to drop the NWL tonight, and the man himself got to drop it. Super exciting. I'm so happy for that. I'm super excited. It's a culmination of my work, Leech's work, all of the staff, the board of directors, Nerve, Beaver, Anarchy, Pants on the Ground with that, with him and the fantasy, WNF Beast, Dexter, I Kill You. Oh my goodness, the list goes on here. Let me, Lady Death, and then also all of the staff. I mean, let's see here: Akiwaza, Dexter, Beaver, Lady Death, Leech, Pants on the Ground, WNF Beast, or from it's Cutter, but he's our beast now. No one could have him. And then of course Anarchy, and then my good friend Nerve here. He's gonna be start. You're gonna see streams. Nerve, are you gonna possibly stream some tanks or Call of Duty tonight?
I was actually going to, but I had some people from out of town coming to town, so I don't know if I'll be able to. Maybe in like an hour or two.
Well, there you go, guys. You can tune back in right here on Wednesday Night Fights and check out Leech. He's getting used to doing it. So thank you, guys. I'm gonna exit out of here with some great music. So we'll catch you on the flip flop. See us on Wednesday. Peace.